there it is. There's the button. Hi everybody. Found the button.
We found the button. We're live, I think.
Thought it got away. Yes.
I think we're live.
We found it. We got it back. We have a button. Button has been pressed. Okay.
And
so,
yeah. Me?
Welcome
you?
to the High
I'll
Shelf
talk.
Gaming channel. Yes, do it. Please do it. Because aside from
You don't
telling
want
people
to?
this is the
Is
High
this
Shelf Gaming
awkward?
channel, I'm gone. I'm lost.
You normally then throw
That's
it to
it.
David. And as you can
This is High
see,
Shelf Gaming.
David's is invisible right now, but he'll return soon. He'll cast that, whatever that fairy fire. We'll cast fairy fire and make him come back. But really, this is High Shelf Gaming tonight. We're playing Red Markets, run by Mike. I am here, and Casey is here, and Ethan is here, and like I said, David will be back very shortly. Just some quick announcements going on in our world and friends' worlds. Tomorrow on the Con Save, the crew will be playing Tomb of Annihilation, so go and check them out. This weekend, there's nothing streaming on HSG. There may be something streaming Saturday during the day on the Con Save, unless that game is over now, which it might be. Ethan told me what to say, and I completely didn't listen to him. And then next Wednesday, we'll be back with Red Markets. Next Thursday, we're going to have our second thing of Urban Shadows, which I just filled out my backer kit for yesterday. It came in, so got that going. And then the following Saturday is our mid-season Mass Effect game before it takes a little break, run by Casey. And the shenanigans. And I guess this last Saturday's shenanigans were even more shenanigan-y.
Yeah. We played as the bad guy. Well, the way we played them, they were just sad guys, I think.
Not sad. No, y'all did some things. I was the bad guy, and y'all are.
It at least didn't seem like anybody on that team particularly liked the nature of their job at the moment.
I mean, I did murder a whole bunch of people in front of you, so
it left a bad taste in the mouth. It was like maybe being a Spectre's not so great right now. I don't know. I'm starting to have second thoughts. If that is that what we do? All right, I don't want to do that. So you just wait till they meet the ragtag crew.
I cannot wait for that.
Obsidian Squad, because then they're going to be like, these guys have fun. Sure, they're riding around with a war criminal, but they get to have fun, so maybe that's worth it. I don't know.
Is that your character? Is that the character you played?
That's all of them. I think that's all of them.
Yeah, this is a fair statement.
That's like, I mean, Taylor's character is going to be like, that's my old buddy Camus. He doesn't seem like a war criminal. He seems pretty chill to me.
Right.
Like, it's fine. It's fine. These Gold Squad folks, we don't like them though.
God, please don't.
The squads are very interesting in Casey's Mass Effect game, I have learned.
That's it.
But other than all of that that's happening in the next 2 weeks, coming up in September is Gen Con, which David will be at, repping HSG, along with a group from the Con Save who are going to be playing or running some Artelzorian games. And David and Taylor from the Con Save are going to be on a panel with some other folk. I think Wandering DM possibly, given COVID. Some folk from Artelzorian will be on that panel. So check that out at Gen Con. Get your generics to go to that one. And David and the group are running some games with Artelt as well.
Yeah.
And David's back. So
Thank you.
He can take over now.
I had to. My kiddo wakes up. It's like, Dad, you gotta change my diaper. I was like, cool. You're a little old for me. If you can request a diaper change, you're too old to need diapers.
Look, I can request it
Fair
all
point.
I like.
Yeah.
Whether or not it happens, that's.
Yeah. We're working on it. So anyways, thank you for doing the announcements. Are there? I didn't hear the first half, but we're gonna be at Gen Con. That's gonna be a lot of fun with Taylor and the rest of the ConSafe crew, and we're gonna have a blasty blast. Is there anything else? Thank you, Dom. Is there anything else that we haven't covered yet?
I think we went through pretty much everything. Yep.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. things are crazy here at Casa de Gillespie. So I appreciate all you jumping in and running stuff while I can't make games and everything. Hey, Tron.
Tron. What's
Okay,
up, Tron?
We got
Got
Come on,
opinion.
buddy.
dogs. We have spawn everywhere. We
Just
have
so many
just
spawn.
Everything's going on.
Yes.
The
And
Gillespie
we don't
house
mean
just
children.
keeps
We mean
multiplying.
the old comic Spawn with the big prehensile cape. It's a demon.
I bet those are worth something now.
They probably are. You mean the?
I mean, they
the
made that.
comics
They
or
made
the
that movie.
children?
They made that.
Oh, that movie back in that hole.
The movie wasn't great, but it
Oh,
was
it was
a
so
ride.
bad.
It was a ride and a half.
The soundtrack, on the other
Bad.
hand, I remember being fond of.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
All right. So I thanks Katrina for the sub.
I was gonna say another thing here, David. Take my $2
Yes. All right.
because you
so
have it for 29 months. Yeah.
29 months. That's so
Mhm.
many months. All right.
Any day
Every-
now, they may give you some of it. Like,
That'd be awesome. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. So yeah, we're doing great over here. I can't wait, Mike. I can't wait to see what these legs of this journey are going to be like. Wait,
It's not even
we
legs
did those.
anymore.
We
We're
did
done-
those.
we're done
Yeah,
with
we're,
legs,
We're at
yes.
we're at the nipple factory.
yeah,
We're
here we'll start. We're playing Red Markets. It's a huge book. It's
It's-
great.
look.
It's full of all kinds of stuff. Capitalism is the enemy.
but but also zombies.
But
And
capitalism
zombies.
mainly.
But capitalism is the big problem.
Yeah, John. I don't know if you caught this last session, but we are at industrial grade nipple production.
Yes.
That was almost
The nipples.
bad.
Thank you, Don. That's Don. Dom. Got it.
Oh
got
my
it.
god.
Yeah, so last
it's for
time-
it's like for like baby bottles and for come on guys,
Yes.
get your head out of the gutter.
Yes. Last time we were trying to get to the place that said, "Oh, it's going to be 3 legs to get there," and these like methed up truckers offered you a ride. So you took it, and you get to bypass all the other steps to get there. They drop you off in the middle of Pawnee, out in front of Paunch Burger, and they take off into the dust, off into the Oklahoma sunset. As you guys are here in Pawnee at your destination. So yes, this time, in order to find rubber for the guy who manufactures combat slingshots, you are here at Kernston to ransack Kernston's rubber nipple factory in Pawnee.
See, I'm not making this up. This is like right out of the book. This is like
Right out
a
of the
thing-
book. with
one of
some
the
pop
things you
culture
can-
references peppered on.
Yes,
Yes.
Pawnee.
Mhm.
Come on, kids.
It's the,
Parks and Rec. Let's do this.
that's how you make the sauce.
That's right.
You take the base, you add a little seasoning.
No.
It's good. The nipple heist.
See,
Is that like a different version of a panty raid?
No,
was before
no,
God.
no, we're at
That
a
was before my
factory. We're at a factory.
That's right. I saw that
Dom,
one
I
episode of
just-
SpongeBob.
Tom, you're
That's
gonna
about as
be
much as-
immortalized in my notebook as I write that quote down. Just so you know.
You're immortalized. Have
It's-
fun, adults.
It's
says
really
John.
not that bad, but I'm sorry, John. Yes.
It is what it is.
Like the John have fun.
It's
adults.
not intended to be bad, but we are not going to be able to stop ourselves from making jokes about it all night long, I'm sure. So
One of us
it
is
is just
dead.
it is what it is. That's it.
Can't wait. Can't watch till adults. I mean, look. I'm just telling you, John. You can be tried as an adult. I mean, if you do something wrong, you're
True
effectively an
facts.
adult in the eyes of the court. So I don't know what's holding you back at this point.
No, don't give him that power.
I mean, John's
I'm
come
just-
so far in his time here with us at HSG. Like,
I'm just saying. When you go to the websites and like, are you 18? Do you just go ahead and click
Hey.
nah, and you're like, I'm out of here.
hey, don't say things that make Automod make me have to deny stuff, John. Come on.
Yeah, rip.
Don't do that,
It's okay.
John.
I thought it was funny. It was directed at me, and I thought it was
The
funny.
I
mods,
know.
the mods
Twitch
liked
didn't
it
think
because
it
we
was
all got
funny.
to see it.
We got to see it.
All right. So
It's
we're gonna
fine
move
when
forward.
John
We're gonna move
does it.
forward. We have a whole job to do. We just drove through a mile of people
Just a
that were
horde,
that
just
that
a
they used to be
giant
people.
swath.
Now
of
they're
Walking
zombies,
Dead, yes.
casualties. We drove through them. Our truck skidded over their writhing corpses.
Which was very upsetting for David because he didn't get to go through their shit.
I didn't get to get all that bounty. A mile of bounty? Come on! We could have been
You got
rich.
to ransack. You got to ransack and scavenge them once for one. That's more than zero. That's profit, baby. That's pure profit. Singular profit. Right?
We
Like
got a
there was
profit.
a profit, not we had profits. Just
Profits implies more than one,
yes.
which we did not receive. For a mile of death and destruction, we got the one.
People getting
Two
thrown
your-
off the
two
top
your
and
friends.
bashed against the sides.
You know what I need to do? I need to start insisting on having like a big old burlap sack that like we can just stuff them into, and I'll process them later.
The zombies
Just
or the bounty?
Trawling. Just
The
trawling nets.
zombies, because you got to get to the bounty. You got to like collect them, and then later on dig through their pockets, right?
Just put trawling nets behind the.
Trolley nets, just oh my
Trying
god,
to-
we could have got fishing nets and just gathered them up and poked them with a spear.
I'm sure that's a great idea. I'm sure no one's tried that in the apocalypse, and I'm sure no one has died a horrible death because of it.
I mean,
So there's a
bunch
piece of gear in this book, this giant, wonderful, glossy, all-color book, called a DDJ. It's called a denial door jam. And the thing, story is that within the game, they made some advances in terms of carbon nanotube technology. So basically, a DDJ is a grenade wrapped in carbon nanofibers with weights on the end. So it goes off, and it's like having a spider web of carbon nanotubes. So you could just go out and like toss it into the middle instead of like using it to like we put it into a hallway and it goes off and nothing can get through the hallway.
right.
It's like, oh, we're in the middle of this herd of zombies. Just like, whoop. Just like, bang! You got a big old like Katamari ball of zombies.
Oof.
Don't give this crew
See?
that idea.
See, we are not punching our weight class yet, folks. We have got to get one of these things.
You gotta get that
I'm
and a
sure.
We'll deliver it with a drunkie
Yeah.
because the
I'm
future
sure.
is now.
Yeah, I'm sure that my character knows somebody. Gotta love networking.
If we can't get the fucking thing that almost killed David with the granny
50
killer,
cal. The
Yes.
50 cal.
I don't think
Yes.
we're gonna be able to get the grenade launcher thing that has a spider web
Explodes
grenade in
nano
it.
Well,
fibers.
we
Yeah.
can get it. We can't afford it. We can
Fair
find
facts.
it, but we can't afford it.
Fair point.
Right.
Somebody, Rigid knows somebody who has it. Just we don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, it's like I know somebody when we broke.
I'm just all right. When we're not broke, it costs 3 upkeep to buy a DDJ, and then, interestingly enough, it only costs 4 upkeep to buy a mortar.
So is that what it says for the upkeep cost, or
Yeah,
because
4
if you're
upkeep.
buying stuff after character creation,
I know.
it's
It's-
double the
it's-
upkeep.
I
So,
know,
yeah.
I know. But you know,
You know.
It's there. It's available.
we could have
possible to get hold of these things. Yes.
a mortar.
So if one of our characters dies, do we get to buy things like it's character creation again
When you make a new character.
when we make a new character?
Well,
there we go.
Creation. Yeah.
There we go. Somebody take one for the team. We'll get some mortars.
I mean, I can't tell how many times.
True. It's true. It's true. But you're like the one who's like keeping us in cash flow of any sort. So you're arguably
Who's
the most
gonna-
important member of the team.
I'm gonna say, like, I've died once in a campaign, so I'm out this time. Like,
Well, you got the secret
Character-
sauce to not die. You have
character
I don't
armor
die
here,
on
or
this
is
one.
that time like gone? Is it time past?
The time has passed. We've grieved. We've moved on.
All right.
You can take.
Have other people
That's
lost
true, I can't take
characters?
that.
Have other people lost characters?
No.
Oh damn. Well, I think
In a home
it's-
game,
it's-
I killed somebody.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be
my
kind of
husband's.
it's gotta be kind of like a round robin, right? Like other people will have to suffer first, right?
I think it's my
That's how that
turn.
works. Okay, there you go.
Shut up, Ethan.
It's my turn.
Let's go to
I've
the
been
rubber
asking for it.
factory.
It's
I've been asking
Ethan's
for
turn.
it for too long.
Hang on.
I mean,
That's
you have been asking for it since my character died. It's-
Literally every character I've ever made has been asking for it. I think it's just me. I think it's me.
The
My
dice,
brain,
the dice
I'm
just
asking
don't.
for it.
They don't hate you enough.
They don't. They don't.
Well, it's 8:00 and we haven't moved from.
yeah. We haven't gotten past like announcements yet. We've showed the book twice,
haven't-
and that's as far as we've gone for this game. That's
we haven't unpaused the game yet.
We have theorized what to do when one of us dies. I mean, that's progress. That's planning.
That's
That's,
prep.
foresight.
That's
That's prep.
It's good. We're
this
ready
prep,
to go.
we're not in the prep phase anymore. Prep phase was
Uh-oh.
2 sessions ago. That's
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Let's go get
So-
some dips.
Yes, a nice sunny afternoon here in Pawnee, Oklahoma, where game is also like eco catastrophe. So it's like a nice, moderate 104 degrees out here. Just gonna hang out, check out the area. You're sitting in front of a smashed out former fast food restaurant. That's on one side. Probably the other side is the Snake Hole Lounge. What's left of it. And you are on the intersection with Kernston Boulevard. Kernston Boulevard. That leads to the rubber factory.
So there really is a lounge called Snake Hole Lounge
Yes.
in Pawnee
Yes,
on the way to the rubber factory.
I
In
looked it
Pawnee,
up.
Indiana.
Yeah.
It's in this Oklahoma now.
And it's in Oklahoma.
Wait, did the zombie apocalypse not help with the whole ecological catastrophe? Because it took like 2 months of COVID for the canals in Venice to clear up.
Yeah. No, it came after the fact. For
Oh man, it was
We
too
are
late.
too far
everything
gone.
else, yeah.
Tough.
Too late.
Tough.
You've had 5 years of like, yeah, everybody's dead west of the Mississippi, but like it was after the 20 years of like, it's a myth.
Continuous
You're making that
exploitation
up?
of fossil
That is fake. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I have one guy whose degree is in like food service, and he lives in Nebraska, and he says all you people who are studying the atmosphere
Degrees
are
in
wrong.
food service. God damn, Mike. Some shade.
I mean, in some states, you do have to get certified to be in food service.
It's true. No, I get it. But it's just like whew, all those reality deniers out there.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Wait. So, what is this lounge?
Yeah.
Like, is there any movement in it or anything?
Oh, you can check it
Is
out.
there any movement at all? I guess in the whole like street that we're on.
So like we were out here when Flapjack and Boz were like they beep beep honked the horn when they were leaving, and like one zombie like wandered out from the side road, and like Boz
Oh yeah,
had
that's
that
right.
that
Boz
sawed-off
saw it.
shotgun with the epoxied on axe like leans out from an open door at a moving truck, like lopped its head off.
I like how he made sure to tell us that he huffed the epoxy the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hot box the
that is-
epoxy.
That is probably the healthiest thing he has inhaled in several years.
It's like it's like the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, where it's like, doctor said my brain is about 50% cigarette ashes because of all the gasoline I done huffed.
Yeah, Longbow is gonna go over and just like with his foot, kind of roll that casualty over and like tap their pockets and stuff. I'm gonna see if they have any bounty on them.
You're gonna scavenge somebody else's. Okay.
I'm gonna get 2 bounty.
Roll it.
Good
Let's
job.
see if you find anything.
Oh, that's a 6/3,
Yeah, you find 1 bounty on him.
folks. We're up to 2.
Pay dirt.
That's a half bounty for
Profits,
each of us.
plural.
That's a half bounty for each of us. We're gonna make
So
it.
there's a thing I've noticed. It's that Longbow always rolls scavenge because he's got the best skill, but he also always keeps all the bounty.
I don't know. I don't keep all the bounty.
You give some to Rigid.
He's some too rigid.
Y'all want some? You can have some. All right, here we go. Here we go.
So, okay, but other than that, like, do we see any sign of anything?
Give me an awareness check.
I think I'm the highest. Everyone cool with that?
Oh,
It's 10 over 3.
There's some sound in the distance, the direction of where like the like the factory's supposed to be at. But you don't hear anything else that sounds nearby. There's like the one like mild creaking of like the busted off half door of the snake hole lounge, kind of like eek, eek, eek. But like that's it. There's no other sounds of like motion or weird growling noises or anything like that going on.
What time of day is it?
Oh, good afternoon.
Okay. Martha would kind of like look around some. Well, it seems pretty quiet. We're gonna need to think ahead about how we're gonna stay the night here, and if we want to try and do that at this factory or find another safe spot. But everything seems clear right now.
might as well get while the getting's good and see if we can get that load of rubber before we think about bedding down.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Might be able to get out of town before sundown. Safer up there.
Okay. Well, I'll lead along by. You watch the back.
Good thing. And then he'll kind of like heft his rifle and open up the little flaps on his scope and just kind of like sweep around a little bit. I don't even want to do a roll. I just want to like say that that's kind of how Longbow does stuff. He looks around and then like if he sees something that I don't know, is that a signpost or is that a figure? He'll like put his eyes up to the glass and then that's kind of just how he does his rear guard job.
Yeah.
I'll have my just bow out.
Okay.
And then I'll lead us down the street.
Okay. Yeah, so the street goes down and then it does kind of like a bend. So like you couldn't see the factory directly from where you got dropped off, but it goes down and it kind of like bends around a block and a half back, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see that there is the road. It's actually a pretty big road because it was meant for having like delivery trucks coming through and all that sort of stuff. But you can see that it goes up to where there's like this big reinforced fence that's got like patchwork of chunks of like picket fence and like chain link and like the corrugated metal type of things and stuff like that. There's probably a section where it's all like the body panels off a pickup truck, like kind of this fence that's built up that goes around it. So there's a fair amount of space out from where the factory that you can see the building itself. There's a fair amount of space, and then there's a reinforced fence around it. And there's this sign next to it that's been defaced with like spray paint. So it says stoner. On the end of one line it says STON, and then on the next line underneath it says ER, and then there's a bunch more stuff that's like been spray painted out. And it used to say Kyrgyzstan rubber nipples, but they spray painted it out until it said like a word.
Good. Creative.
You can see that there is a large entryway here where it has like kind of like the concrete posts and like the sign is on like one of those like meant to be like the entrance to like the factory complex at first. And that in front of it there is you can still probably see like the top foot of it. It's a school bus that's got like a layer of corrugated metal that goes down to the ground that's like parked across the entryway as like a gate.
Well, nothing can ever be easy. Like Rid just says that quietly under his breath. He's like, he's seen
Yeah.
this before.
Does it look occupied? Like, is there guard posted?
You don't see anybody posted up on top of there.
Okay.
There's another one of those hot, dry, 100-degree across the plains winds that blows through like a crane, and you hear the sound of like fabric rustling. But that's about it. Like nobody's up there like stop where you're at, hold there. Or you don't see anybody visibly moving around, kind of things from where you're at.
Is it like that thick canvas type stuff, or is it like a nylon type thing?
It's
kinda
hard to
nondescript.
really tell from here because it's on the inside. Like there's the whole big fence scenario, and then like that's whatever's on the inside
Gotcha.
in the space between where there's you guys, there's the fence with the bus blocking it. Then there's the big gap, and then there's the factory building itself. So it's like in that gap between inside the fence and the factory building.
That we hear rustling.
Then you hear, yeah, you hear something blowing around in the wind.
Do you want me to go check it out?
Somebody should go with you.
Okay.
Okay, Deacon.
Hey, let me get up onto something real quick just so I can get an angle towards y'all if I need to help out. And Longbell's gonna find some way to see like over the fence or around the bus or whatever to get eyes towards the front of this building so that as they go to check it out, Longbell will be able to watch them the whole time. And
Yeah. So the
Help out
fence
if needed.
fence is pretty high, right? Like the
Okay.
fence is like 8 to 10 feet.
sure,
Right here.
okay.
So it needed to account for when the casualties start like ending up stacking up and like forming the big wave against it. It needed to be
Yeah.
tall enough that they're not going to end up
They'll just
pitching
fall
over
back
the
over
top.
on themselves.
Just
kinda
over
thing.
yeah.
All right. I'll try and climb this bus, I guess. Right.
The bus
Okay.
is part of the fence. So
Yeah. As you guys
Well,
head towards the fence, I'll
there's
walk
yeah.
with you, and then I'll try and. But when it's the right time, Longbell will try and get up on top of it so that he can give you all some cover while you're running around
Okay.
in there.
Spend a ration and make an athletics check.
all of us.
Just him. He's climbing the thing.
Cool. 1 second. Okay. Find rations. Spend the thing, and then. Oh shit! How much skill do I have? Oh, okay, cool. That is 9. Oh wait, that is 8 over 7.
I like the way you said that, David. That is 9.
Wait, I got to do my math right.
Like, there are 2 numbers. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a 2-number game. All right. Yeah, you are able to make
just
it up.
barely.
It's been out here for a while. It probably starts to like pry apart some places when you're doing it. Like there's that moment of like, oh, I'll press my foot here, and like that just shears off underneath your weight.
Sweet. It's all rusted out. And,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Good.
you make it up to the top, and like all those like emergency exit things on the top. Like, oh, if the bus tips over, you off the top of that. Like those are all gone because like there's probably like the top of a ladder sticking out of at least one of them because like
Okay.
people would come out and like do watch duty up here.
Sure. What? Can I give the inside of this bus a quick glance? Just to make sure there's not like, I don't know, 8 casualty waiting to pop out of this stupid thing. just give it a quick looky-loo.
Yeah, give it an awareness
Spoiling
check.
Mike's zombie puzzle.
Well, that's a D10 and a D6. What the hell am I doing here? I'm not
That
even looking
is-
at what I'm
What
grabbing.
the hell?
You said awareness?
Yeah.
Very cool. That is 7 over 6.
7 over 6. Okay.
Yeah. Again, twice saved by the skills. So that's we like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, Mike, why
So-
are you rolling dice? That's not good for us.
No, that's fine. That's so no, inside it's dingy and there's probably a fair amount of dried blood. Like there's probably what looks like handprints at the bottom of the ladder that like streak back away from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. What you do notice is that from up here you can see that inside the fence, there was basically like it looks like there was a tent city here at some point. But it has all been like basically abandoned. Like a bunch of them are down and collapsed, and like part of it's probably burned out at one point. And that's the sound that's flapping is like what's left of a couple tents out here in the breeze. Um, but there are casualties milling about inside the fence.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna like as you two are like kind of rounding the bus or whatever, figuring out your way through. Longbow's gonna kind of lean back. It's like, hey guys. He's gonna whisper this. I'm not gonna whisper because I don't want anybody to like not be able to hear what I have to say. He's gonna whisper that this looks like it used to be an encampment, and it must have gotten hit because there's a bunch of stuff is ruined. Looks like a ghost town with some casualties in there. So let's be real careful. I don't know if y'all want to come up here and take a look. I mean, I don't know if it's even makes sense for you to get out into this yard, unless we want to clear all these casualties.
One little noise brings more. Let's maybe see if there's a different way in.
How many are there? If I can like guesstimate, is it like tens or single digits?
So I broke it out into zones.
Oh, good.
Yeah, between the front gate and the front of the building, it looks like there's a half dozen.
Okay, got it. All right. So
We can handle that.
I'll let the crew know that
Okay.
between here and the door, there's less than 10, more than 5, kind of thing.
I mean, Reg would be
Yeah.
like, well, you Breach took out 10 of them by himself.
I
I
wonder
mean,
if
if we're
there's.
going in quiet, we can probably get past them.
I wonder if
Yeah.
there's another way in that isn't straight through the yard.
Fair enough.
So
Mike.
what you can see from up here also is that like that factory building is a couple stories tall. It looks like there's a first floor that's got like a real high ceiling to it, because you can see like where the arches are and the windows and stuff like that. And then a second floor that's like probably got high ceilings too, but not as high. And there are like fire escapes on the outside that are like up but have like chains on them that are hanging, that lead up to the second story to entrances up there.
Mike, I got a question, just as a
Yes.
player question. Vectors only make vectors, right?
The hot strain makes more hot strain.
The hot strain makes vectors. So being bit by a vector will turn you into a vector. Being stabbed with like the blight in general could. And then like depending on like if you're trying to like cause a vector outbreak, there's ways you can force it. But
Well, the reason why I asked is because right now, Rigid and me are thinking, really weird. There was a whole bunch of zombies, and we come to a place that was a tent city, and now there's a whole empty tent city with no people.
I think don't vectors eventually turn into casualties? Like once it kind of
yeah,
cools off
So-
in
so-
their system.
yeah, vectors are still living creatures. So eventually those creatures will die, right? Like
Yeah.
being on a constant kill crazy adrenaline rampage doesn't bode well for like remembering to eat a healthy diet so you have calories to keep burning. They can die of starvation, they can get smashed with a hammer, they can do whatever. When that happens, then they come back as a casualty. So
Mhm.
So
Okay.
just as we're looking for another way in, he'll just casually bring that up quietly, like kind of quite odd that we're coming up to the tent city and all of a sudden with very little people, and we just came through a horde.
But they had to get out somehow if that was the case.
All right.
I'm going to scope the building. Is that okay with everyone?
I'll come with you.
Want me to watch you from up here, or come on down.
Why don't you watch me from up there? Rigid, I'm just going to move really fast, so maybe it's just best I do it.
Don't tempt me with a good time. And he leans up against the bus.
Okay. I'm gonna do a run around the building.
Okay, so
Excuse me
fence-
while I ignore my husband who's standing in my view.
This is not the Larion game.
And I think that like Longbow would have the rifle like down-ish, but is
Right.
tracking where she's going and is looking around her to see like as she runs by, does something move behind her, kind of thing. You know, he's like, because
Right.
she's going,
So-
she's going out and around, and for as long as I can see her, anyways, he's gonna try and watch. You know, give her some like awareness backup, basically.
Right. So there's that big factory building in the middle, and then there's like the gap, and that gap goes all the way around, and the fence goes all the way around, and it's reinforced the whole way. So eventually with Mirtha, there's a point where either direction that you go, you're going to end up out of view because you'll be behind the factory itself. From
Right, which is fine. Yeah.
Right.
I figure
along this-
trouble will find me as soon as I'm out of Longbow's range. That's that's about where I assume that the trouble will be.
So the fence goes all the way around the building, and on the far opposite end of the building, there is another opening. It's got a like a shipping container that's in a similar kind of scenario as the bus that was in the front. The back is like where there's like, you know, there's probably still signs there that are directions for like, you know, if you're coming in to load, you need to pull in this direction and like, you know, check in with the person who runs the loading dock and all that kind of stuff. Again, this is me trying not to turn another session into a personal attack on Casey. That's
Do I see any casualties back here?
you're gonna have to either climb that thing or climb the fence to try to see.
I want to scope out the thing before I climb it, but then I will climb it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's another patchwork thing with a bunch of corrugated metal siding to try to come all the way down to the ground. But it's on top of a trailer so that it has wheels.
Okay. I just don't know.
It's hard to get a whole lot of detail about it without from the outside.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well,
outside, you have not noticed any other casualties moving around.
Not on this side of the building, as far as I can tell so far.
Not on this side of the building or outside of the fence.
Okay. Yeah, I'll climb up onto the container carefully, quietly.
Okay. Suspend a ration and make a stealth check.
Ooh, and this is not an athletics check. That's different. Spending a ration. Hold on. 7 over 6.
Okay. Yeah, you make it to the top. And this thing is up on top. There's probably like it collapsed at some point, fell in on itself, but there's one of those like folding lawn chairs with like the nylon straps woven together that you sit in. Like and like a very old ashtray up here. That's totally empty at this point because it's been up here unattended in the weather for X-Men time. But it's one of those like big like brown glass heavy ones like 1982
like,
at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Like
my grandparents
Yes.
big handmade glass.
Yeah.
But this was like somebody had a spot where they were supposed to be doing watch up here once upon a time, and there's like a little bit of leftover crap. From this side of the building, you can see that there are more casualties. There are 4 between you and the back of the building. There are more to the sides. And you can see at the back is where the loading dock is, and there is a there's like this teal panel van that has like a cartoon baby holding a pacifier on it painted on the side. That's, you can figure it out. Like it's like Kirsten's
Yep.
rubber nipples, Pawnee,
Mm.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Do I see any like entry on the, like, are windows broken on the factory? Are there doors open? Is the loading dock open?
You mentioned that there were fire escapes on my side, on the first side, right? Fire escapes
There
leading up to the
are
second floor.
there are really big ones on like the lateral sides. Like you're
Mhm.
facing the front and Martha is facing it from the back on the left and right. Like there are very large, like there's significant fire escape things there.
Okay.
I think on the front there might be a ladder, and on the back there's probably a ladder too. Um, the loading dock ramps down into there. Um, there's an awareness check. Let's see what
There's just an awareness check.
Yes. We're gonna check out, see what we can notice about this place.
It's 7/6 again.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see that it does go down. There's probably some like access points to underneath where the loading dock actually is for like not full height, but like they could access machinery underbelly kind of thing.
Mhm.
There's stairs that go up at the back of the loading dock. There are some windows that are kind of up higher, especially in like the rolling garage door type things that are there that are broken. But those are all like they'd all be, you'd have to reach upwards to reach some kind of scenarios. Um, and there is a door back there um, that is closed. Like all the garage doors in the back and the door that like the stairs lead up to in the back there, they're all shut.
Okay. Okay.
And actually, you might be able to see that there's a chain around that one that the stairs lead up to, like it's intentionally closed. It's not just happened to be closed. It's someone tried to lock it at some point.
Okay. Cool. I will climb back down and continue a sweep of the area. Just noting if there's any gaps in the fence, or like if I can see if like there's movement inside the building at any time. I'll take the opportunity to look.
Yeah, so I think there's small gaps in the fence. There's not like I can wiggle through here type gaps in the fence. There's like it pried open by a few inches kind of scenarios. But the fence is like 8 feet tall, so
right.
Like seeing much of the building from here isn't happening.
Okay.
Once you're near it, you didn't see any light or anything like that inside the windows, and neither does Longbow from where he's at.
Okay. I'll come back around the other side.
Cool.
And make my way back to the group. So there's some more casualties in the back. It doesn't look like all the doors are closed and everything as far as I could tell.
Okay.
There's another blockade back there. It's a storage container thing, though. I don't know about your idea, Rigid, because there's no exits. Like, it doesn't look like, because the container looked like it had been there for a long time. There was evidence of like a watch post. So I don't know if this was a big tent city and they didn't get out. I don't know where they went, unless it was into the building.
All right. So kind of no matter what, we've got casualties between us
And
and the building.
Yeah, there's some on the sides too. So it's pretty much going to have them any way we try to go.
Okay. And Where we're at, looking towards the kind of front door of this factory, it's all closed up, right? It's like boarded up even.
Um, it's been partially reinforced inside the factory building. It looks like the windows have been boarded over. It's hard to tell if they did something else from the inside of the doors.
Okay.
But they are all closed. Like now that Mirtha has mentioned it, it's like, yeah, they're all closed. Like they're not dangling open, they're not creaking, they're not moving. They are shut.
Right.
Do I notice if the bus can move?
You would probably need to get down inside it to try to check it out.
I'll do that. What do I need? Spin a ration and athletics.
Spend a ration in an athletics to get up on top and into it. Yeah.
Did rations reset or?
No.
Well, they reset before we started our journey, but if you did a
Right.
bunch of hand-to-hand fighting and all that kind of stuff on the truck, you've spent what you spent.
Are we resetting will like we have been doing, or are we?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Yeah, let's do it for now and then discuss it again after the session.
6/2.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to climb up the side, get up on top, and like we said before, it's a school bus that had those like emergency release latches on the top for if it rolled over. There is a ladder on one that goes down inside. You can see there is like smeared blood at the bottom and definite handprints at the bottom of the ladder. Are you gonna climb down inside
Yeah.
the bus itself? Okay. Do you want to give me a stealth check to try to be stealthy in doing that?
Sure.
I'm gonna watch that gaggle of casualties between us in the building while he's monkeying around in this bus.
That's not good. Fuck. 10 over.
10 over what?
10/8. Red dice is 10.
So,
so-
8 under 10. Okay.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Okay. So that's failure. We just said will reset. Do you want to spend a will?
Yeah. So let's make it 11. I don't want to get in a fight this early.
Okay.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll jump in.
You
Got a
drop
bunch of
down
railroad
inside.
spikes added to my rosaries. Some of those like mini railroad spikes that you get in like the cowboy crosses. That's my spikes.
Yep.
Just beaded those into the rosaries.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you drop down inside. There's probably a moment where like the bottom rung of the ladder like snaps off, and you like smack down. You make some noise. You're like, oh crap! And like you hear one of the casualties like outside, like see the top of that head like turn to face, and then like go the other way.
So it's not going towards us.
It's not like it does. It turns and like faces. Like you can see it from like here up. It faces the bus, and you probably do hear like thud as it like pause at it for
Oh,
a second, and then like
Chris-
turns and walks away. It wasn't gonna make enough noise.
Did
don't
you
worry.
clap? Okay, because
No, I was just saying like it clubs against it claws against
Okay.
the thing.
Didn't
for a
even make
second.
that noise.
Because I was about to say, and then you hear a as Longbow cacks it.
I
But
think
I'll wait. If it's not gonna like try
But
to
it-
get down to the bus, I'll let it.
No,
live.
it's right by the bus, but it mills about. It doesn't try to pay that much attention.
Okay.
The door to the actual bus is like removed, and most of the seats inside are probably gone too. Because this was a guard station. It wasn't transportation at this point, and they needed seats somewhere else. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Needed fine quality school bus seat leather to make armor out of.
Seat leather.
Seat leather. all these
There-
nagas that we had to
maybe.
kill to take
I
the
don't even-
hide. Yeah, that's.
I don't even
Um,
know.
But yeah, so you make it in. It is you do not get noticed, and you can start. You can make a mechanics check to see, is this in running condition or not.
While that happens, Martha would kind of say to Longbow, like, he needs to learn to be quieter.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
trying
know.
his best. It's sometimes you just make noises. It's not.
If you can get this
35
bus running, that would
don't count, right? Because it's 4-4, but it's a 3. It's a 4. It's a 4 under 3, so it's or 3 over 4.
Okay. Which
I'm very confused
What-
about your
yeah.
math.
what's
If it's a
what's the
tie,
black
it's a
die and what's
fail.
the red die?
Black die's 3, the red die's 4. My
Okay.
skill brings it up to 4.
Okay.
So
Let's
failed.
tie, and ties go to the market.
So you failed.
Yeah.
House always wins.
For what was that roll?
Mechanics.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a will on it.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're missing something and it is in serviceable condition, but like you just can't figure out like you're not used to trying to drive a school bus. What the hell would you? How would you even know where to look for all this kind of stuff?
Right.
Rigid has no clue.
Okay. I don't know. He's like, because what Richard's trying to do in his mind is figure out, because he's heard the clues that everything's boarded up. There's a horde that just came out of nowhere. There's a empty tent city. It's like maybe somebody opened and closed the gate long enough for the horde to leave, and there's people in there. That's his concern. That's the gears that are working in his head. It's like that's too boarded up, so they couldn't get inside. Maybe somebody's left in there. They wait and they somehow got here, opened it up long enough, and then closed it. And then like there's middly little, like there's not enough. Like you see what I'm working at?
Yeah.
Could you give me a foresight check?
I'm burning through my rations.
No.
No, foresight's not ration.
Foresight doesn't take. Yeah. Foresight
Oh, okay.
mechanics
Does
are not
mechanics.
physical. They don't take rations to
Oh.
do those two.
So foresight and mechanic work and all that. Then
Yeah, those two don't take rations.
Just the athletics.
Climbing the thing, trying to be stealthy, those take athletics. Like physical actions take rations.
I don't have it.
Ah, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. Damn it.
Done.
For a guy with some like ideas, you need foresight. Of
I
all the
didn't-
players, of all the players that have like, I have thoughts about what's going on around me. It's like you need foresight to confirm
I
the
think I
shit
will
that your
be
character
spend-
thinks up.
I think I will definitely at the end of this be spending some of my bounty
Yeah.
on putting a point in that.
I mean-
Assuming you come out at the other
that-
end with bounty again, right? Let's.
You never hit me. I won that fight without.
Don't goad
Don't
him.
say
He'll
that.
hit you now.
Now he did.
You'll all of a sudden there'll be this one casualty that can speak. It's like, hey, smooth skins, I got a deal for you. I'm gonna call in a debt.
They're not ghouls. They're not in Fallout.
Like, I love Fallout as much as the next guy, but that's not these zombies. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, I want to play Fallout.
Yeah,
I
me
know.
too.
It's just God, it's
Me too.
I was just
me
talking
too.
about New Vegas today, and I was like, I need to play more New Vegas.
Dude, my Fallout game was one of my favorite campaigns ever ran. I'll totally run that one again.
There's a few systems that are like for it now that
Yeah.
like aren't
So,
bad.
all right. So Longbow is gonna kind of talk to the group. Says, all right. Sounds like the only way into this building is through some casualties. I mean, I'm a little light, but I can get to work on these 6, clearing a path from here to the door. There's more in the city. Is the tent city on both sides of the factory or just one?
The density is all the way around the factory.
Okay, got it. So, all right, fair enough.
Right? Like if you have a
Yeah,
3x3
no, I get it.
grid, it is all the external squares and then the factories in the middle, and there are casualties in each of the external squares.
Got it. Yeah. So yeah, he'll. It's like I can start working on these guys, and if we keep it quiet, maybe we only have to deal with 6.
We need to find the best entry point then, at least from what we can see here, because we don't want to run from door to door.
Yeah.
I know that the back door area, one of those was chain closed, so there's like a chain around it.
Chain from the outside.
Yeah,
Huh.
which is also kind of scary in some ways.
Yeah, what were they trying to keep in?
Maybe I don't want to think about that yet.
All right.
So do we have an entranceway here?
Let me look, and I'm gonna pull up my scope and take a look at all these like doors and the windows near the fire escapes, and see if just from here can I find something that looks like it's open.
Okay, give me an awareness check.
I fail because that is I don't have enough skill for this. I'm sure. Just double checking. Yeah, 4 under 5. So yeah, no way.
Do you want to spend will?
I do not want to spend a will at this stage. I'll wait until it's a little closer to me or somebody dying.
Fair.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of say, unless you have something else to add up, Longbow, I'll just say, look, I can't see if any of these are locked or unlocked from here, other than run up and checking them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can take pot shots, and Deacon and Deacon, if you're up for it, you can kind of keep things off my back. I can look for a door.
Yeah, I can give that a shot. Should be able to actually, kind of like tap his fists together. Not like this because there are spikes, but like this, I'll kind of tap them together and say maybe I can thin them out a bit.
One second. And do you still have the... I'm going to make sure you have my cloth armor, Deacon. Okay. Perfect.
I like the metal work that you were able to do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you used to be able to get them little cowboy crosses a dime a dozen at any, boots kind of store. I just took a few of them and kind of welded a couple together, and that's about long enough to, I think, incapacitate a casualty. We'll find out. It's not that impressive epoxy work we just finished, beholden, but it's something.
You're not high as a kite for like 5 years either, apparently.
I mean, remains to be seen.
It might have been more than 5. Yeah. What was the joke from Trainspotting? We called him Mother Superior on account of the length of his habits. Anyway.
Solid. That's a good. Yeah. That's a goodie.
So yeah, I stuck a picture in Discord. Trying to explain. The center block there is the factory. There's the fence that goes around it. There are casualties in each of the zones around it. There's the bus on the left edge. There's the shipping container on the right edge, and then there's the panel van down there on an angle.
So what I'm seeing is that if we need to go clockwise. Is that what I'm? Clockwise around the building. If we go around the building, because there's a 6 and then a 1 and a 2, and if we can't find a way in those 3 zones, we should probably just figure we just head in from the back at that point, because we don't want to go in the 8 ones if we don't have to.
Right.
Okay.
And
I mean, in character, that's just Mirtha's great recon. She got a good
Mirtha did a lot of
around.
recon. Longbow was up there with the scope counting. It's like, all right.
I ran around the whole thing, and I'm great with numbers.
That's right.
Has Rigid up there with like a little notepad. He's like, all right, that's another one. That's another one. That's another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think I counted 1 twice. Start all over.
Start all over.
Oh no, it's just 2 with red shoes. It's just 2 with red shoes. How wild is that?
Yeah, two of them. They're both wearing the same kind of hat.
He's like,
but one of them moved. I don't know. Was that still...
Bridges be like, don't mess this up. This is potential money.
Sorry, you are the
We
money
have to
man.
calculate our profit margins here.
That's right. Okay, so, and you said that the fire escapes were on the sides.
So
of
the big
this.
ones that have pull down chains and they're like the stair style ones are on the sides. There is a ladder on both the front and the back.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe the ladders. I mean, because the pull down is like a big rusty thing, right?
And it'll make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Let's
All right.
try maybe for those ladders if the door is not open on the first floor.
Okay. Should we clean this zone right in front of us before we step off?
I think, well, who all has your rifle is silenced, right?
Yep.
My pistol
God.
sign.
I've got a gun that's silenced and I can punch. So really, I got 3 guns. If you want to get specific.
I always do. Deacon.
Oh,
Let's take some pot shots at what's up while we're here because we can. And then if things start moving, Deacon and I, when that starts happening, I can then go down and start searching while other things get taken care of. Does that make sense? I'll lead off with a bow shot and then go into the fray.
all right.
Love it. So we're gonna start combat, Mike. We're gonna start
All right.
killing shit.
Who's going to take our first shot?
She is.
I will.
Okay.
6/2.
Okay. Yeah. Line it up, pull it back. Get that like close up shot where it's like zombie, but like you like way back in the distance as like the arrow comes out to the front of the head,
Yes.
slips off screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'll take the next shot if this one, like that one's still really close to me.
Yeah.
Real quick though, with my twitch, I'm gonna start moving down into the yard.
Okay. Are you going to try to like climb down the other side of the bus, or are you going to like go down through like the ladder in the doorway in the bus?
In the bus.
Okay.
If it didn't eat Rigid by the time he was done down there, it ain't gonna eat me.
Yeah. Yeah. You start making your way down that ladder.
Okay.
But yeah, Bridget, that one that was like relatively nearby, that was like turning to look. It's wearing like this like plaid, like blazer thing, white pants, like
Oh my
white
God.
shoes. Came from a golf course in hell, just like.
I'm thinking, Rigid be like, I hope I hit the head because that's a nice shirt. That's a nice polo.
Yo.
It's like actual Izod, like it's still got the alligator.
Oh
on it
yeah,
after all these years out in the weather. Like,
absolutely. Rigid was like trying to be a business. He knows what it looks like. He's like, that's actually some nice stuff right there. I could sell that. So
Well,
it's great, except for the blight stains all over it. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's probably staying real bad.
Stains have little tentacles coming out of them. It's great.
woo, critical. 2-2.
Yay!
Okay.
Damn boy.
Does that still require me to take a charge?
Oh yeah, it's 2 charges off the gun to use it.
God. How many bullets do I have
Um,
left? Oh shit! I used all my bullets. I gotta reload. How do I do that?
You spend one of your refresh to recharge your gun.
Okay. I forgot that I shot. So 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since he critical, does something extra cool happen?
I was gonna say that means that that dude down there, like you can tell, he has no taste. Therefore, he must have had money. So there's definitely extra bounty on that guy down.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. Love
Did I
it.
write that note? That dude, more bounty.
That's right. It's like in Diablo when you kill the skeleton and like a little pile of gold shoots out of their
Yes.
animated body. You just gotta go pick it up. That's all there is to it.
Go pick it up.
Yeah. Who else wants to take a shot here?
I'll do it unless you want to, Deacon.
I mean, I'm gonna punch one.
All right, I'll
His
shoot.
2 guns were that joke. Mm.
There's a perfect Ethan joke.
Awesome.
Mm.
That is 7/4. It's gonna be 10/4 by the time the
Okay.
skills are done.
Yeah.
A total of 4 guns because I got that shoddy, but that one's loud.
Oh man. All right, cool.
This fucking group, I love them.
So how about Deacon? Did you want to
Yeah.
take a shot, or do you want to like start climbing down to try to get down?
Gonna
like the
gonna
ground
try
level
to
kind
get
of thing?
down to ground level and just put some spikes through somebody's head. You know, like well,
Okay. Yeah, I think you'll get down there. You and Martha can get down into the bus itself, make it up to the front. And then I forget if I said before, like the door was like just totally removed or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you have access to ground level here.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of see if I can find one that's separated from some others and just give them the business.
Okay. Like I kind of want to make you stealth to sneak up to where one of them's at without trying to draw attention from
Sure.
other stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Spend a ration on that.
Yep.
You could always cover yourself in that stinky sauce. I don't think we have any on us, but
5/3.
Yeah, you're able to like find a little spot that's kind of like secluded where there's one that's like it's probably like got its head cocked to the side, sort of upwards. It like kind of like walks forward and like bumps into something solid, and, like it knocks it back. Walks forward, bumps into the thing again. Like it's like
That's the one.
somebody built like a little shanty out of like parts from like a VW microbus, and he like just keeps walking into it.
yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use my unarmed prowess and my spiky gloves to incapacitate.
Cool. Yes, punch his head off. Do it.
Yes. Give him the old uppercut. Gonna spend a will to flip that one. Which makes it a 10/2.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend another ration to do that.
So
Right.
yeah, there's just like walking up, grabbing by the shoulders, like splat. Just gross old melon action. It's gross. So yeah, you've cleared
Little
most of
thumbs
the
up.
way. Yeah. There are still 2 more between here and the actual front of the building.
Yeah, whoever Longbow will take another shot if there's nobody else.
I have to spend rations for mine, so y'all go ahead.
We all gotta spend resources to do the shit, so it's whatever.
Yeah, you've got a good
That's my
spot on
running.
top
That's
of
my
the
running away resource, though.
on top of the school bus there. Go ahead and take a shot. All right.
That's fair. That's fair. It is my run. It is not my runaway resource. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's a 10/3.
Okay. Yep. Another one that's like over by the front, kind of slumps down on the ground, mid step.
And I'll spend my twitch starting to climb down.
Okay.
Since I'm getting low.
I'm gonna stow my bow and follow Deacon, and then go around him to make my way towards the factory to try and find an entrance.
Okay.
There's still one left.
There's still one out here.
I'm
You can use
hoping
stealth to try to evade it.
I would like to evade it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one's avoidable. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can avoid
more avoidable
one.
than 6.
You said stealth.
Yes.
8/7.
No,
Not so
it's
rash.
kind of over there. You kind of like pause for a second. It wanders off that direction more. You make your way up to the front of the building. There are front steps that lead up to the front here. Come across the parking lot to Tent City, and then kind of over to the side is like the kind of like oldish metal ladder that leads upwards.
What sort of condition is that ladder in?
Hasn't seen any repairs in the last several years, but it was pretty solid to begin with.
Doesn't look like it's
it
rusted through or anything.
There are some bolts and stuff that are rusty, but like nothing where they're like, oh, this thing is like just here by willpower. Like it still seems like a ladder.
Okay. My next action will be to start to climb up the ladder.
Okay. Are we cool with like getting you up to the base of here while we figure out what happened?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, for sure.
All right, we got one more dude wandering around in this little area here. So, what are we gonna do about
I'll take a shot. I'll take it.
Yeah, the deacon's like over on the other side of it, just kind of like halfway behind something, just kind of like looking rigid, like.
Rigid's all like, all right, it's way up there. I can be the one to do this with the pistol.
Also, Deacon's like, I don't know about his shot when he's just not running on straight adrenaline.
That's just from the gun safety course. You don't stand down range. And if you
Right?
have to, you at least get behind something. At least.
So, sorry. Once my mic was working on a place that had a gun range, and the architects tried to put an exit door on the range.
I mean, that's just stupid on top of stupid. Because like
Yeah,
the guy who's gonna use that exit door or come in through that exit door, like what if somebody's like, oh man, look at this dope ass door at the end of this building. Let me just go on in.
Oh, it's supposed to be the back door.
Yeah.
It was the side of the range. Like,
how many new employees do you lose? they thought
hey,
that was the employee entrance.
If they can make it across, right?
Okay, so time out on that because Casey's got that pained look on his face.
Oh, Casey.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and flip those because Deacon's there, and it's
Wait, how bad was the failure? Did you crit fail?
No, I didn't crit fail. I just failed. But
that's okay. I don't think you're gonna hit.
It's better to not fail though, I think.
No, it's true. I'm gonna shot.
I'm standing down range, so I'm gonna say it's good that he doesn't fail.
So yeah, I'm gonna flip them, and it's 7/3.
Okay. Yeah. Last one. Yeah. Splatters all over something. Flops down against a tent. There's like that sound of like it lands and like the canvas like flops over on top of it, and like the wooden poles that were on the side like kind of collapse inward onto it. But yeah, this area is clear
and scavengeable.
Yes.
That's what Longbow's doing.
Yes. That's why I started climbing down. I was like, well, I'm about to have to pick up on shit up on the ground.
Martha will look over at Deacon, who's probably the closest to her, and kind of just nod her head that she's going to head up.
How sturdy does that ladder look?
Are you asking or are you asking Mike?
Okay. So Deacon's just going to get at the bottom and kind of hold it to make sure it doesn't just... That way if it comes off the wall, you can push on it.
Well, the other thing is like Martha's like 110 pounds soaking wet. So it can be fine for me and horrible for you guys.
Sweet.
Deacon's got some meat on his bones.
Yeah. So Martha will try to go up.
All right. Yes, so trying to figure out if it's athletics because you're trying to go up or if it's stealth because are you trying to be sneaky?
I would try and be quiet.
Okay. Let's do
Well-
the stealth.
Let me say this, and maybe it'll be athletics. I do kind of want to try and, because I'm lighter, want to figure out where loose points are, so I can maybe have the guys avoid them, so like they don't step on a rung and like. So I'll take athletics instead of being quiet, if that's okay. If I can.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna flip those with my will,
Yes.
which becomes a 10/3.
Okay. Um,
I really didn't want to fall off the fucking ladder.
No.
this is going to make a lot of noise, and it's going to hurt a lot, and there's still more
Yeah.
zombies around. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Longbow is,
you
like,
make it up.
picking up her bodies, and we just hear this like big metal clang as this ladder falls from the.
Like, if someone is gonna make a lot of noise with something, it's not gonna be Mirtha.
That's right.
Yeah.
By sheer will alone, Mirtha is not going to allow herself to make any freaking noise.
Yeah.
So I think it goes all the way up to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're reaching here, and it goes like to the side, like it's attached to the wall between windows. There's a window here on the second floor that's fairly tall because it still has fairly high ceilings. That's open.
Do I hear anything?
Give me an awareness check.
11/5.
11/5, yes. I think you lead over to the side and you kind of take a look. And
Carefully.
here, this front part was like administrative offices here on the second floor. And there's a spot towards the back of it where like the door has like kind of like rotted out, so it's kind of like jagged around the door space. And you can see farther back. And from there, you can see kind of the flickering light of fire somewhere inside. And see like part of the edge of like a metal barrel. That's like where the fire is inside of.
Mm-hmm.
Good old balefire. Nice.
Martha looks down with that look of, oh, shit. But not like a, oh my god, oh shit. It's more just like a, oh shit. She's going to come back halfway. Down, like go down again quietly. There's people inside.
Fucking knew it.
She says to Deacon anyway. There's a fire, like a barrel fire.
Well, let's ask Mr. Longbow if he's found anybody on Cubic. Maybe we can, parlay a touch or something, and if that fails, we'll just move in quiet and try not to startle them too bad.
Okay.
You know how folks is when you get them all jumpy,
But there is an open window, so. Okay.
I don't think casualties can climb ladders. So that's probably good. Maybe they can. They haven't.
Vector scan.
Yeah.
Vectors can.
Vectors can do whatever the fuck they want.
But they can't start
They can do
fires.
everything you can do better.
Not intentionally, they don't. Yeah. So-
Martha will just kind of bump her shoulder against Deacon and just wait for them to talk to Longbow.
Okay. Yeah, I think farther back by the bus is like Longbow and Rigid coming out of the bus, and like Longbow, like kind of like maybe using like the end of the rifle barrel to like lift up corners of jackets and clothing.
Yeah.
stuff like
I
on the way
don't
over.
want to touch them or nothing.
Yeah.
So boots and rifle barrels are good at doing those gentle manipulations. Oh, and I will roll my scavenging.
Yes.
Oh god, that is awesome. That is a 9/2. Well, 11/2.
Okay. So yeah, there are 6 of them. So 6 bounty from that, and an extra 4 bounty off Mr. Fancy Pants.
So 10 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 10, 11, 12 splits up to 3 for each of us. So,
We want to hold on to that till the end.
Math.
we can, but I feel like that was our intention last time, and that did not happen.
Okay.
So, let's see here.
Put that in the old bounty bank.
Let's see here. All right. Perfect. Let's make that bold so we remember the transaction. Cool. Yeah, Longbow will kind of like finish like squeezing some soft tissue on one with his boot. It's like, yeah, all right, I'll look on Lubix 1 second. And he's like thumbing through his menus to see if there's any local Ubik users or posts here in the last day or so.
So I think you would be spending a charge and using research if you wanted to.
Right. Yeah,
try
it
to do all
makes
that.
sense. All
Oh
right,
yeah, that's right.
here-
Normally people just call us.
That's right. They're the ones spending the charges, not me.
Hey, aren't you guys just wandering around? You got anything better to do?
You guys want a job before I run you over on accident? Yeah, that's.
I don't want one of those things to happen. So yeah. All right. So spending a charge. Oh, that's right. I bought off Hungry, so I'm only spending 1 charge. And ooh, that might be a failure, my friends.
You can spend extra charges for extra +1s.
Can I do that retroactively?
Probably not supposed to.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I think the extra charge, like you wouldn't.
You wouldn't know you failed until.
Yeah, but is it one of those like risk reward things where you're like, oh, I got to make this work, so I'm gonna spend all my luck, right? I'm gonna spend all
I
these.
think yeah, I mean, it's either that or it's one of those like, I really want to succeed on this, and I failed, so I'm gonna spend extra resources to like. I don't know.
I think this. I
So-
think spending the extra charges is probably the upfront. I really want to make this work, versus
Yep.
the will. Oh well, this isn't fun. Let me do something to change it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I tied on my research roll. It's a 1 under 3. I have 2 in research. So
Okay.
yeah, and I didn't have there's like an app for the Ubik glasses that gives you a boost to research. I didn't take that app.
Right.
So I didn't get the boost on that one, unfortunately. That would have easily carried me over. So instead, yeah, I tied with the
So-
market.
Yeah, in your own research, you find nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. When using skills like that, using research and a couple of the others that I don't remember off the top of my head, if you fail the roll, you can call a reference.
Oh,
Right.
right.
So
this whole
we have
reference
space
thing.
for references on the sheet, and we've never hit it until now
Yeah.
as an option.
Yeah.
But references are people who you know somewhere who specialize in something, and when you call them, like you're gonna owe them for the help, but they're a success.
Gotcha. Talk to me again about profession skills, because don't profession skills give you like a situational boost +3 or something like that? To a roll?
I think so.
Because I may call my reference too, but I just want to understand it because I do have this profession of security analyst.
Before dice are rolled.
It does, yeah. Oh, before
It's
dice roll.
before.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
All right, fair enough. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and pop my reference here.
Okay.
And yeah, Longbow's like, I don't know. I'm not so good at the geocached posts and tags and all that stuff. But I know a guy. 1 second. And I'm gonna call up a person. Their name is their name is Yeti. And
It's because
Yeti,
it's written on the mug, right?
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it a thing in David's room? Yes, it is.
His name is Highlighter. And
Yeah.
I love lamps.
His name is Bic, B-I-C. Because I happen to have a Bic mechanical pencil in my periphery. So Yeti here is a he's an old scrounger guy that I know. Yeti is let's see here. And how do I determine his status with me? Good, needy, strained, severed?
He will start as good.
Okay.
You're going to owe him for the help, and if
Got
you
it.
don't pay him back on that, then it will become strained.
Got it. Got it. So I'm gonna reach out to old Yeti and over the Ubix and say, "Hey, I'm out here in Pawnee, and I'm seeing some signs of life, but I can't find any like geotags in this area. I was never very good at this. Can you just help me out here, man? And see if old Yeti can bring me home on this one."
Yeah, I think he pops up in like a little video window, like takes a drag off like some like rolled gold, like old like the brown
Yes.
like cigarette size cigar things. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I mean that area could be anything, and like I'm not even sure where he's at, but he's just like the background is all like that green old terminal glow from monitors kind of
Yeah,
scenario.
I almost I almost want it to also be like hazy, like he's transmitting through a thing before he gets the Ubik network anyway, so it's all like staticky and gross because he doesn't want to be found and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that junk.
Um, he will look around, and he will lecture you on things that make no sense. Like, sure, these are words, but put them together like that.
Yeah,
That has no meaning to me. I don't understand what you're saying.
yeah,
Um,
no.
until eventually he's got like this big, like loud clickety clackety keyboard going the whole time. You can barely hear him when he's talking. Um, but I think he will come up with at the end that like I don't see a lot of like Ubik pings like right there. So like spooling back through like all the Ubik pings that I can find for like that area over the last like 2 years, they all stop about a half block out.
Oh,
Like they stop before they reach the thing. Like universally, they all stop before reaching that space. There may be
oh,
things where somebody else was in Pawnee and wandering around and did stuff, and then they all like end.
oh. Okay. Well, I will report that to the group that sure, there's some traffic out in these regions, but the reason I didn't see anything is because ain't nothing happening here. So whoever's in there doesn't want to be contacted on old Ubik.
Well, we can make maybe an assumption that factory equipment would be on the first floor. Maybe? Because second floor looked like admin. So we can get in and then get back down quietly.
I think as you climbed up, there was probably or somebody else was like down there by the front steps. Um, that there is like Kernston's rubber nipple factory. Um, visit the history of rubber nipples museum, like and like that's something that's in the front of the first floor. Like that's the thing. And then above that in the front would be an admin, and then like kind of the back part of the building is for yeah building manufacturing stuff.
Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Deacon, you good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Longbow?
Character notes. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was like, well, I mean, being up there would put me in a pretty good advantage to help you guys out. I think I'll stay long gun on this one, at least until we know if these guys are friendly or not. Does that work for you all?
My intent was for us to go up to the second floor, in and out, in and down.
Mm-hmm.
What are you?
And I was gonna stay. Oh, what I'm saying is maybe I stay up on the roof.
Oh, you go all the way up to the roof.
Yeah, and just you said there's an open window up there. I can keep an eye on that fire. If
It's on the second floor. The window is the second floor, and then there's another story to the roof.
oh, my apologies. For some reason, I thought the window was on the roof. Okay, yeah, wherever that open window is, that I would just stay there, posted
Okay.
up to guard that area.
Okay. Good.
We
I
want
guess
to
we'll
take a break and then come back with getting everybody inside the building. There.
Cool.
That good. Okay.
Awesome.
Take our wait. Come back in a couple of minutes after we have figured some of those things out, and keep going.
Sweet. All right, folks, we'll be back.
It's, click the button. Ta-da! We are doing the thing. Hi, everybody. We're back. It's fine. Things are fine here. How are you? So yeah, we were milling around out front a little bit. We have identified that there is a window on the second floor that we can take the ladder from the
Can we
building.
just say that, like, while our characters are milling around, there is a giant no loitering sign, just to like tap in some irony over like all these casualties and now us, and just like a lot of people not doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's
I
another
think-
one that's no solicitation.
Yeah,
It's
Solicit-
right in front of the building. There's like some of those like the sawhorses with like the yellow wooden bars on them with like the hazard stripes on it.
Yeah.
That has stenciled onto it, no standing.
Yeah.
For like, and you're all just like, yeah, no, we're gonna mill about. We're gonna talk.
Yeah. Bus has a big go away spray painted on the. It's like, well,
Man, I'm starting to, if only there were some signs to let us know that we shouldn't be in here. Like,
that's right. As takers, we just see those signs, and those are just invitations. Those are like, oh,
Those
okay, there's
signs
something
can't
over
stop
here.
me.
Let's go see what's up.
It's more that sign can't stop me. I can't read.
Like, we're just so contrarian that we see a sign. So stop. Cool. I'm gonna go. I'm
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Go and-
red light. Oh man, I gotta go faster. Oh man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we had last talked about folks going up and in, and Longbow had kind of asked or offered the idea that Longbow stays at the window to provide some kind of overwatch of that fire and that whole situation.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, are we trying to make our presence known early, or kind of scope out and see what we're dealing with first?
I mean, the last time we introduced ourselves to somebody, they wanted to eat us. So I'd much rather not let them know we're here at all.
Well, there's that one time
Wow.
with the family that worked out okay.
I mean,
But we both saw each other coming that time.
we're
Yeah.
1 for 2 as far as greeting folks, and that's a tie. So I mean, we gotta.
Well, Deacon, you're the friendliest of the bunch.
I just don't see us getting in here and grabbing a bunch of rubber without alerting somebody. Ask if there's rubber here. Might as well. Maybe they know where it is. But I tell you, we're gonna have to find some other way to convince them than go and 6 blocks yonder and trying to drive another
Mhm.
truck in here for sure.
I mean,
Okay, so my thought was that we quietly go downstairs, quietly try and find it. But you have a point that maybe we should try and be friendly. So we can back you up and Longbow can stay ranged. And, make this peaceful if they are here and are willing to. I mean, in the end, though, we have a job to finish. So
Yeah, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to accidentally shoot nobody that's nice or something, or have them.
I don't disagree, Deacon.
I mean, if they'd be like amenable to some trading, I think that'd be better than us knocking them over the head and surprising them or something. So
It could be
But
that they're
I'll-
stuck in here, too.
yeah, I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that risk. 7 days a week, even on Sunday, especially on Sunday. That's the Lord's Day.
Okay, well, I'll go up first and then you and Rigid and Longbow. And then we'll cover you to go talk to people.
All right.
Does everyone sound good?
yeah, I guess. But I swear to God, if I see one later come out, I'm gonna blast him.
You see what come out?
A ladle, like a big spoon ladle.
Like old granny. I got you.
Yeah.
No soup. I would agree that
Mm.
maybe let's be a
No
little
food.
cautious about the food. We'd politely decline.
We agreed. We
vegans
made a
or something.
pact. We made a pact. No food.
We can
Added
say
a
it was
rider
vegans
to
or
our
something.
contract.
Martha will go back up and get situated so that Deacon and Rigid and Longbow can come up.
Okay, so you're trying to get in there and not be noticed by anybody who may be inside.
Yes.
Yes, that sounds like a stealth roll, right?
That's what I do, though.
Yes.
I spend the
Do we
rations.
all need to do
There we
that?
go.
And the
There
ration.
may be a point where one of us blows it and then the others don't have to worry about it, right? That's
Yeah.
That's not for me today, though. It's 11/2. No, 11/4. I was reading that. 11/4.
okay. Yeah, you get up there, sneaky, duck to the side. There's yeah,
For
like the
broken
drywall,
glass.
the drywall of this place. There's no broken glass here.
Okay.
It's not in great condition, but it seems like it's been like kind of sorted out. Like it's not like, but a friend who jokes that like it must be the radiation in all the Fallout games that kills the OCD part of your brain that makes you want to clean any place that you live. Like it's not that. Like people have like sorted out what's going on inside here. The
Okay.
walls have been like cracking and peeling. You can see where there's the boards behind the drywall. There's light peeking through in different places. You can see that there's like that jagged hole where a door used to be. There's the light from the barrel that's outside there. But inside here, there's probably some stuff that's like looks like it's storage space, and like maybe over on one side there's like a bedroll, like somebody's sleeping bag kind of thing rolled up.
Okay. I'm
Actually,
just
there's probably like 3 sleeping bags, but they're kind of mismatched.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of move away from the window so the others can get in, but be quiet. Just not go too far. I'm just here.
No, you're being stealthy about it. You made your check. Good. Stay out of notice from anybody who else might be nearby.
Everybody else.
Don't we
Go
all
for it.
have to roll athletics? Oh, I guess maybe. I was waiting my turn. I got a success. I got a
Are
crit.
you being quiet or are you being?
Oh, I'm being quiet, and I got a crit. Crit success. 8 and 8, baby.
Nice.
On the die.
All right. Yeah, so you make it up. You get in there quietly. For the crit, I think you do notice the smell of something that does smell like food cooking. And you may hear the murmuring of voices relatively nearby outside that jagged where the door used to be type spot.
All right. Then yeah, Longbow will very quietly notify the group. Sounds like a couple of people or more, and they're cooking something
Yeah.
up.
10/6.
Okay, Deacon makes it in.
11/4.
All right, everybody sneaks in. You're inside this room here. Probably starting to get a little cramped. There's piles of stuff that are stacked up around the side. There's a few sleeping bags in here that are kind of in the corner. There's a space. Like you could probably unroll them in here, and they've just like rolled them up to keep them out of the way, so there's more space to move around. And then outside, through like the gaps in the walls and through the doorway that's there, you can see that there is a fire burning in a barrel and the smell of food.
All right, y'all want to hide or something before I do this, just in case they open up shooting?
I'll get behind something if I can.
Is there any like railing or something I could take one of these sleeping bags and just kind of drape it over the railing so that there's kind of this wall they can't see through? They could shoot through it just fine, but they couldn't see past their own sleeping bags. Is that something they could?
There might be a couple chairs and like the pile of stuff where like there's stuff stacked around the edges, but like you'd have to start like moving furniture and stuff in here.
Nah. I'm not gonna mess with all that. Okay. Yeah, I'll find a corner that I'm okay to die in.
If anything,
Any corner you want for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like if they started shooting, it's like, well, they better be real good, because I'm gonna fight for my corner, this fucking room.
I'm gonna, if it's all right with you, Deacon, I think having two of us show up and keeping all long range people would be good. Both of us are close range people, so I'm kind of useless back here. And having two, I'm a talker, so maybe I can help you out.
Yeah, that works. I mean, if we trying to lie to him and say there's only two of us, or just want to get the story straight, no? All right.
I don't
All
think
right.
we should lie.
All right.
I think we should
I mean,
tell them like we have a
I was
crew.
going to say that'd be Rigid's job.
Yeah.
If that's the case, but all right. Well, let's go on then.
You do hear someone moving around outside that door space.
Yeah. Think he's gonna find like something made out of metal, like something that'll make some noise and kind of knock on it. Say hello, folks in here.
Yeah, there's probably like one of
Smelled
those
your
old,
cooking.
fairly sturdy metal like office chairs with like stuff in here that you can kind of like rep on to make a noise. I think you hear a little start of a woman give like a little startled shout, and she kind of like comes in front of the doorway, screams "Maw," and then like fumbles with like to get a knife unhooked at her belt. Like, who the hell are you? What are you doing in here?
As always, Deacon's leading with the good book, and says, "Howdy there. We just you said Ma is your parents around? We're just here to talk, maybe do a little trade."
I think as she's still fumbling to get that thing out, there's like a really old hand that reaches out across the doorway in front of her. It's like, no, it's okay, Barbara. Just take a step back. And then this old man who's like mostly bald on the sides, it's like getting fairly long, like it probably reaches his collar. He has just like a little wizard beard. He's wearing clothes that look like they're probably stitched out of like old burlap sacks or something like that. Leaning on a stick as he kind of like comes into view. And he's like, nah, you just settle down there, Barbara. I'm sure these people don't mean us no harm. And as you kind of like
Absolutely
come out
not.
through that door, there is that older man. There's an equally old woman in a similar outfit. And there is like this younger woman named Barbara who like probably most of the sides of her head are shaved. She's just got like the hair on top kind of scenario. Um, who she takes a step back, but she seems spooked that there are people up here.
Yeah. Sorry for the startling. We just kind of moved quietly as a habit. Didn't know that there was folks up here till we saw your fire there. But my name's the Deacon. This here is Mr. Rigid. And we're here after some rubber. Y'all know anything about that? I mean, this here's a rubber factory. You think there's any left? That's all. We're just passing through to grab that. Don't need any food. Don't need anything of that nature. Just grab some rubber and be on our way.
You do notice it looks like they have like a rabbit on a spit over the fire. That's what's cooking. It is identifiable as a small animal.
That rabbit looks mighty tasty. I will say that. Compliments to the chef, but we're all good with ration. Not that you're offering, but
I'm gonna say many times that we don't want your food at all.
No, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
so not that you offered, just can't be too careful.
No thanks. We just ate. It's like we didn't offer, but okay, yeah.
We had a bad experience. There's some trauma involved in this speech here.
You don't trust old women in the wasteland offering you food? Okay, that's fine. Well, we haven't seen any visitors here for a while.
Yeah. Put it down in writing.
No food. Haven't seen any visitors. We haven't had any visitors here for a while. Just we don't want no trouble. Just going about our lives, trying to carry on. I think there's still probably some bars of like the raw rubber here in the factory down at the lower levels, but we we don't spend much time down there. As it opens up back here, you can see that like there's the admin offices that are the front of the building, and then there's like an area that's like a walkway, and then it has like a nice like wooden railing. And then there are catwalks that go back farther into the building over the manufacturing floor. And you can see that milling about down there are bunches of casualties.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's about how many?
Many.
Okay, so not the amount that you just clear out.
Yeah, it would be unpleasant.
Just how many hours would be here, Mike? Just give me an estimate. 3, 4.
Do we have enough bullets?
Oh, there's not going to be enough refresh for the number of shots it'll take, right? Like that's where it'll end up.
All right.
Falling apart.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some of that still down in the lower levels. Machines were still set up when this place was here, and when the crash happened. Haven't used it for anything. We don't really have much of a use for that kind of thing. I think there's probably like some sort of there's some of those spots where there's like a ladder that goes down that has like kind of like the metal cagey kind of space around it. So it's like there's going to be ways to get down there. We could probably point you to how to get there, but it's not up here.
Neighbors behave themselves, just kind of looking down at all the casualties.
Oh, those poor souls. They're just biding their time. Could be fine.
You seen any of them just kind of kick it, or they just stay like that?
Like, oh no, they've been stable. They're just waiting for the cure. Keep an eye on them. Make sure they're safe. We know the day will come.
Longbow chooses not to speak at this moment because he is hidden.
Rigid does it, and he's like, cure. What do you mean by that?
Right, and I think like the old woman, like Barbara will kind of like sputter for a second. Like, well, they mean, and the like mob will speak up over the top of her. It's like, well, the cure, to bring them back to the people that they were before they became sick.
Y'all got
How this cure get? I'm sorry, preacher. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying I'm a man, and is that a kind of a faith thing? Because I'm a man of God myself. But I'm
So
not
I'm pretty.
familiar with what all.
Was there something with the believer where like you recognize other like believer groups?
Um, not in the tough spot, like not in the short version of the tough spot that I can see right now, but there might be.
Okay. Like what are the skills in this game again? Look that up.
I have profession minister.
I mean,
Not entirely the same thing, but
Yeah, research or
Hey. you got to keep up on the other happenings.
Yeah, if I'm gonna proselytize, I gotta know thine enemy.
yeah. I think foresight is one that they use for some of that kind of thing.
Okay, I got foresight. I can do it. That is
Since the other thing I was going to say you have a 0 in, so
yeah, that's a 10/4.
10/4. Okay, so yeah, they're one of the believer groups is called the shepherds, and they believe that the people who are sick with blight, the casualties, that they are sick with blight, but that it can be right. Like if you care for them and you make sure that they're not destroyed, then someday healing will come in some form, be that supernatural or medical or what have you. But that like these people need to be kept taken care of because they're going to be restored somehow. And that is very much the line that Pa and Ma have given you here. Casey, do you have sensitivity? Sorry, does Rigid have sensitivity?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
I
sure you
do.
do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a
Casey
sensitivity
is so
sensitivity roll? I know, right? Like
Casey's got like a 10 in sensitivity.
It's funny you said that. I got an 11/2.
11/2. Okay, cool. I think the thing that you pick up on is that when they started to talk about like when you're like, what do you mean when the cure comes? And Barbara started to like kind of sputter for a second, and like Ma spoke up like over the top of her, and like kind of like Barbara was still kind of had a confused look on her face, and then she shut up. This talk about like they're here because they're going to get cured, like that's something Barbara wasn't clued in on. Probably because they're like that they added that story for you guys here.
Okay, how do I? Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Reggie put a smile on his face and be like, "Wow. Hopefully, science or spiritual will figure it out." Y'all been
Yes,
here for a while, right?
we've been here for a bit of time. Yes.
Hmm. Have you been able to see any blind spots that maybe we don't have to deal with these lost souls?
I think there will be the sound of steps on one of those catwalks that comes back this direction. And there is a middle-aged guy, like obviously younger than Ma and Pa, but he is still middle-aged. Who will be coming back. He probably has like um, it's a makeshift version of like the things that like dog catchers use for like it's a pole with like a loop so they can kind of like grab hold of the dog and like position him around. Um, he's got something kind of like that he's carrying. Um, he's like, yeah, I mean, he kind of like catches the end of that question. He's like, there's the shaft that like runs through the middle by where the processing machine used to be. There's the ladder goes down, and then there's a part in between two of those big machines that was like fenced off because like I don't know, too many people got their arms taken off, so or you could get between there. Like,
How does he seem? Does he seem suspicious of it?
how all these guys get in here, Paul? Like, and I think Paul will probably turn to ask, like, you know, how did you get here?
Can Longbow and I hear everything?
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's a open window right through there. You know, we just climbed up.
What about those the you know the sick that were in the yard? No, not the
Ain't no bother to us.
camp. And both
Deacon.
sides continue to dodge the question. Yes.
Deacon.
I love the no lie.
Well,
I love it. I love it.
It's not a lie.
It is
We
not.
weren't a bother at all.
Can I don't think I have the skill for it. Can I get a read on any this conversation? Like Heather sense says this seems weird. And I think Martha would kind of agree with that.
And that's sensitivity. Yeah.
And I do not have that.
I'm willing to
So-
roll it again because
Sorry, just really quick. So I'm gonna get closer to where Longbow is. And just I don't like this.
Mm-mm. And you see, like, Longbow, like, is very slowly, quietly making sure that his gun has a round chambered. But, you know, doesn't take any action. Just general agreement. Mm-hmm.
She just leans back against the thing that he's leaning back against and just kind of listens.
It's the meek, right? That like intentionally infect people.
Yeah. Yeah.
well,
But the meek do it because they believe that these are our future, and they in a sense kind of worship the blight.
they almost want to seem like they want to be left alone.
So did Euphoria.
They don't give up. I mean, they could be,
So
but
what-
they don't give off any hippie vibes.
Well, we're not communicating. Like David
think,
and I are back here.
Fair enough, it's
I
fair
think
enough.
I think the deacon would be like, hey, what's that little thing you for? You like giving them showers or something? Kind of herd them into the bathrooms, just kind of as a joke. Just
I think yeah. He will kind of like look down at the thing and like look over at Paul, and like Paul will be like, "Go ahead, Lewis." You know, try to take care of our friends who are sick down here. Sometimes you need to get them in from one place to another. Easiest, safest way to do it's from a distance. So I use this to help guide them from one spot to another.
And I don't know what skill this would be, but I think like the deacon kind of wants to challenge him in a way that's like obviously like contradicting that, but like in a friendly way to where he can play it off as like kind of like oh, I've never heard any shepherds doing that. That's funny. Just kind of one of those deals to see if they clam up.
Quote scripture at him. See what they do in response.
I mean, I know that part of when we were talking about taking the profession to minister is like reading and dealing with people. It's kind of like part of that, which is why I didn't take sensitivity. But
Yeah. I think if you wanted to do that with profession minister, there's a way. I mean, intimidation would be a more direct version of doing something along those lines.
I don't want to
probably,
like
but,
threaten him too hard, but I
yeah,
definitely
that
want
would
him
be-
to like maybe be like, "Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of that before," and see if they like kind of try to overcompensate to
Okay.
if they don't seem like they're being totally forthright.
It's like, how do you realize you're in a religious debate 101, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
are you both
Uh,
kind of tossing out little hints about your about your belief structure or
Mhm.
not? Yeah.
8/1.
You know what? Okay. Lewis definitely seems out of his depth if there's any kind of discussion that goes around religion.
Hmm.
Pa will less focus on the religious aspect and more focus on the casualties themselves as the conversation goes. Um, like shepherds aren't. I don't think the shepherds are specifically like a religious thing,
Mhm.
but also he is even less of a religious thing than you would probably expect the shepherds to be. Like there's at least a good Samaritan angle to the shepherds that
Right.
he's more about like as the conversation goes on, it's more about like controlling and manipulating the situation than it is about like probably deep-seated care for the well-being of these things if they ever get turned back.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't really know the exact words to use for it, but I think the deacon's definitely trying to go in like okay, what's the deal? Like I don't care one way or the other, but like it seems like there's something more going on kind of a way, and it's just we don't really care about it, but just what's up because it's people's clammy.
Does he
Kind of
like
one of
like
those. Kind of like a y'all seem kind of tense. I feel like there's something that we're not talking about here, and I'm not really invested anyway in this. If there's no need for that kind of deal, like we don't
yeah.
want to get involved in whatever you're doing. So I don't know if that's like a persuasion or what, but just like a this is weird, and I'd rather know that I need to either be very concerned or don't need to be concerned.
Okay. Um that can be a persuasion if you wanted to.
Because I'm not trying to like threaten them or anything. I'm just like, can we
But
just speak
what are you
plainly?
trying to persuade them to do? Like be
Cut through
open
the
about
Just
like
bullshit.
what
like
they're
speak plainly, and like if if they're not shepherds, don't pretend to just just whatever it is they're doing, kind of deal. Like because we don't care is kind of the angle, and maybe we do care, but I don't know that yet because I don't know what it is. So for the deacon, it's like I don't. If you guys are just herding them around to like run them on treadmills or something for electricity, I don't care.
But that's very innovative
That
and
is an amazing idea. 6/3.
um
Just get the weirdness out of the way, and if they
yeah, I think
go aggro on me, I can do that too, but just
I think Pa will turn and look at Ma. And her face will just kind of like go from like having that like kind of half smile to turn like just goes slack. Just like um just like uh if you're here for rubber, then get the rubber and get out. We don't need you in our place. We don't want you in our place. Don't you tell nobody about our place.
Shit, you don't have to worry about that. I won't be here either. Last time I met an old lady, she tried to eat me.
yeah, it's perfectly accepted. Didn't mean to offend. I'm just curiosity, so it's interesting setup y'all got. I'm just wondering what you getting out of it. Never seen it. We met some. Never mind. I'll say they asked us not to say anything, but
I think Lewis will come back up to the edge of like this kind of like platform space. Comes up the little metal stairs there. Like, yeah, no, you get your stuff done and you get out of here. You do like Moss said. And he sets down this little like mesh bag on a little table to the side there, and it's full of like like the little glass vials with the rubber stoppers, like you'd find in like a blood sample. But they're black. Like they are little vials of like blight juice.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
And Barbara comes over and she's like, "Oh, it's a good haul."
Jake is
They're
gonna say this
correct.
loud enough to hear, but y'all ever heard of the meek kind of deals and gauge their reaction? Because I know what Longbow's about to do. Just want to see if any of them like flinches enough to
Louis will point that long stick with like the loop and like the control thing for it on it. Like he'll point that at you. He's like, "I reckon y'all should find that window you came in through and get through it right fucking now."
Well, now we gotta shoot you.
I mean, does he even complete the sentence before rounding
No.
through his? That's what Longbow's chasing.
That feels like calm.
I think that Mirtha just like moves because she knows that she's about to hear a rifle shot in her ear, and
Well,
that's not good.
Not gonna hear it that loud, but you might get hit by the shells.
I think by like
they still make
I'm
a sound.
right next to it.
Loud. Yeah, but yeah, you watch as Longbow's like chilling at this thing,
And
he
here's
hears
me.
this conversation going, and you just see him tense and twist and start to bring the rifle up and like click the safety off. And then the question about the meek happens, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay, here we go."
And she's just like, "Oh fuck," and kind of just rolls to the side. So it's an initiative.
Let's have Longbow roll a shoot, and then we'll roll initiative.
Okay.
Who is Longbow shooting at?
Oh, I'm shooting at the young healthy dude.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's young healthy dude, young healthy girl, old folk.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
I mean, he might have that old man strength, though. You never know.
But
she might have that old woman strength. You never have good luck with old women in our games.
True, you never know.
Maybe he's got the 50 cal. No, I'm just kidding.
But this is the point where the deacon's holding the Bible, but the thumb moves kind of to the side because he's about to like flip it, pistol out sort of deal.
Fritz is already in the pull of his pistol. Like, well, now I gotta shoot you.
But he's just kind of got the book in his hands,
Michael,
just like
I rolled a 4 and a 4.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
He spirals over that railing.
Oh shit! You got all those friends down there. I don't even worry about that guy now.
Let me.
Can dead people come back? Like once they're dead? Like, is that a thing?
Well, I mean, you don't like die instantly when you get pretty much anything, so he's still breathing. There's still enough. There's enough for like the second nervous system to still grow, I imagine.
So I just popped over the little like another rules discussion I meant to have was like, do we want to use the separate like damage and location rules thing that like where you roll it separate so it's not bound by like you can never hit somebody in the head unless you can right like
I think I personally would prefer that, but I mean if we want to keep it as one roll, that's fine.
I think
I kind of like having
fine.
having a little more randomness in it would be good.
Okay, because I hit that and I rolled for it, and I don't want to take away from David your roll if you want to do it for yourself. I rolled it doing 18 points of kill damage to his body.
Oh, well, that's a little.
I'm into that. I'll roll it in the future, but dude, I'm not going to turn away 18 to the body.
Oh, that said, he doesn't actually have hit locations, so it's just 18 points of damage to his 10 hitboxes.
Bye. So he did flip over the railing.
So yeah, Louis pinwheels over the railing and lands with a slump, with a wet thud.
So that is the question then, like what Casey was saying. Can they still be turned?
Oh, if he's dead, if he's
Oh,
dead
if he's
over the
already
rail,
dead before infection, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right, cool.
18 to the torso is like you severed
Very
his aorta.
bad.
He's got about 6
Yeah.
seconds before there's not enough blood in
Yeah.
his body to make it.
That is like
run.
when you get that, like when you invest the points in like it's one of the special moves in Fallout where like you hit somebody and it's just like chunks.
Oh yeah, the bloody
Yeah.
mess. The bloody mess.
That's
Okay, cool.
Great.
So there's that first one. I just ran out of charges on my rifle, so talk to me about refresh. Do I have to spend my
Spend one
Which-
refresh to recharge your rifle.
Get all the charges. Doesn't
Yeah.
take an action.
does not take an action?
They specifically call out that refreshing the charges in a gun does not even take an action.
That's awesome. So yeah, I think like just to thematically do it, because you're only kind of I get like kind of a surprise shot, right? I don't get like this and my twitch, so I'm not gonna get a second shot before everybody else gets to move. So I get my shot and like Mirtha, you just hear Longbow like very quietly say reloading as he like moves this like bandolier mag that he's got. He just like notches it out of the gun, moves it a couple of centimeters over, puts the second mag in, and then like charges it.
Got the double mags.
Yeah, he's got that what is that called where it's like
Well, I mean, there's like a couple ways to do it. Is it the one where they're duct taped like this and you just flip it, or is
no.
it like
This is the one where it's like there's a mechanism that's holding all the mags together, so he doesn't have to flip anything
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Yeah.
over. You know,
I mean, I know in like Call of Duty it's like dual mags.
right? Yeah, I know
Just,
in
like,
real world it's
passing
called
again.
like maybe a bandolier, not a bandolier. Fuck, it's called something.
Banded
Um,
mag?
For it.
I have a reminder for the GM about detachment, stress, and trauma.
Killing regular folk for work.
For work.
Uh,
Just your
they're
average
collecting
Tuesday.
blight.
I mean, they're
So-
not good people, but they are not casualties, right? And if there's anybody in this group that has done it a couple of times, it's Longbow.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all roll for it. I was just putting the reminder out to the GM.
I would like to roll self-control +2 to confirm my beliefs that these people are garbage.
These are garbage people.
That's like working for the
I would
devil.
like to roll to confirm bias.
It is I'm of the opinion that they are working for the devil.
Yes, so that would be level 1 detachment lockout.
All right,
So a self-control check.
cool. My
And
Ubiks
if you
are gonna help me out with this self-control check.
There's
I
just
saw Goodman Lewis with
puppies,
the devil.
puppies, rainbows. Just nope.
So I spend the charge. I rolled a 1 under 10.
Heading oil.
How much?
Flip that
How much
shit.
attachment is this?
1.
I'll take it. I'll take 1 detachment. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You got 5 before.
But you
time
also
happened.
cool points. Cool points for shooting someone and flipping. That's action movie shit.
I'm into this.
Yeah.
I'm into this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you got some serious excitement out of that shot there, so you're good. Yes. So next we're gonna roll initiative.
Nice. This
Is
is
your
black
speed,
die plus
right?
Speed, right?
Yeah, it's 1d10 plus speed.
Ooh,
9.
I'm ready.
Well,
Okay. Okay, Longo's at 9. Martha's at 12.
11.
11 for Deacon.
9.
9.
I
for
just
Deacon.
like.
Can
Oh,
Rigid
yeah,
and
you roll
Longbow roll off?
I got a 10 on the die.
I got a 10 on the die also.
You
Do
go
it
first.
again.
You go first.
you're in the room.
Yeah, okay. Thematically, it makes sense that I go first. Okay.
And Longbell's already shot. He's had his fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like Longbow. The hammer drops.
You were.
Everybody knew the hammer was gonna drop. The hammer drops, and then the hammer
Mhm.
goes last. And that's fine.
I mean, it's like we already did initiative. You went at the top, and then you're at the
Yeah.
bottom.
See, this actually works out really well. Then I like that.
Mhm.
First shall be last, and last shall be first.
Second round, or the second round of actual combat.
Yeah.
So he said he put a thing down. She said you got a good haul. Can I see what that thing was? Can I see these vials?
Yeah, they set it on a little table that's kind of like in the middle of the space. Like you couldn't really see Louis himself, and you can't really see
That's
where
fine.
Barbara's standing, but like the table was kind of like in your field of vision.
Fantastic. I would like to run to that
the
table.
rabbit on a spit. So
Don't start, Michael.
Oh,
Mike.
Oh,
Mike.
dude. You know how rabbits and calves look kind of similar.
Gross. I want to burst into that room, grab the box, and chuck it over the railing.
okay, that little like it's like a little mesh sack thing that they opened up on the table.
Yep.
That's the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I want to grab it all and throw it away.
Some force
Okay.
so that it breaks.
Well, I'm gonna throw it off a fucking.
Yeah, 2 stories up,
I'm
whatever.
just saying, there's letting gravity do its work, and then there's the like. Get
Oh,
that
she's
out of
gonna.
here.
Yeah, she is.
And so I took it and threw it. Oh no.
This is yeeting the blight, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's the move we're gonna
okay.
call it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna yeet
Those
the
aren't
blight.
shepherds. That's blight.
That sounds like spending a ration and making an athletics check.
Okay, let me
I think.
spend.
How many streams are we gonna have Lonely Island references?
As many as we
Typically,
can.
threw it
As
on the
many as we can.
What?
Those are references I can get. Please, as many as we can.
Yes.
Wait till somebody shows up in turtleneck and chain.
9/2.
9/2. All right. You go charging up.
Oh, yeah, I'd
grab
like-
that. Barbara probably like backpedals a little bit, like what the hell's going on? You grab that thing and you just like you huck it, and there is like
Yeah.
a big like metal contraption thing that like runs the full height of the building. That's like part of the manufacturing gear, and it like hits it, and you hear crunching when it does.
Yeah. It was like almost rabid that what Longbow saw. Like she just pushed herself like up and out and darted to it.
Yeah, and probably like Longbow is like there's a moment where like you're running towards where the guy was instead of to the other 3 people, and Longbow's like, "There's nobody over there." Oh, the bag. Yeah. Before they used the bag on us. Yeah.
Remove the bag. If this were the fate system, we took that little card that had bag of blight and we just
Yep.
it's gone. Get that out of here. Nobody gets to invoke that.
Yeah, I will start pulling out my machete. I'm not going to use my Twitch to do it though, so I'm prepping that move so that I can resist getting punched or shot.
Okay.
But, yeah, and that was like below us, so that all that shit like crashed, and I don't have any blight after spray up.
Yeah,
here, right?
there's some fair distance before it like hit something and shattered, so it's not like I break it here.
Yeah.
On this
Did they-
railing that I'm standing on.
Oh, there's a bunch of blight here. I'm gonna like just like get this off and like no.
Yeah.
That's just...
Do they have a reaction to the ship being taken and crashed and thrown?
Barbara screams like an angry animal.
Good.
It
Let the hate
comes
roll
at you.
run through you. It's great.
Yes.
Yes. And she does get that knife free off her belt, and come at you.
Let's go.
So yeah, that's a ration and an athletics check to try to get out of the way.
Okay. I have 1 ration left right now. Do I recharge now
You can
or after I use that
refresh.
1?
Up
Refresh.
to you.
I mean, use that one and then refresh, right?
Okay. Making sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Like refreshing doesn't take an action or anything, so
Just do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll a detachment or anything? Fuck these people. Like, I don't...
Destroying private property. Oh, that's a self-control roll at -3. Yeah, right. Like, No, you just need to do the athletics check this so that she doesn't, skewer you with this icky knife.
Real quick, when you recharge, does that recharge everything or just what you're asking for?
Just one
The
item.
one.
Okay.
Whose turn is it?
You.
I'm done.
Did you roll athletics to not get stabbed?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I didn't realize it was her turn. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Athletics.
Yeah.
5 and 5. Ty goes to the market.
It's a
Okay,
crit
so it's
fail.
modified 5 and
Modified.
5.
Modified and 5 and 5.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she does connect.
Oh, she's gonna die next. That sucks for her.
That's unfortunate.
Oh. She manages to get that thing like through your bicep.
Which arm?
That is 9 kill damage to your right arm.
Whoa, fuck.
Dude.
I already have stun damage in my arm.
How much stun damage do you have in your arm?
5.
5. Okay.
Can
I
you
know
spend
if
a willpower? Can
Nope.
you spend what? No.
So I want to check it because I know like if you get stun damage on top of stun damage, they stack and turn into kill damage.
Right.
I think kill damage on top of stun damage just turns it into kill damage.
Like if I get another 5 stun.
No, like, but you have 5 stun, you got hit in the arm, now you have 9 kill and 1 stun.
And 1 stun.
Yeah, like your arm
Okay.
is. She has
That's
stabbed
great.
you through your arm, you're not bleeding out, but like your arm is. Your right arm's like not doing much right now.
Martha screams in pain. Because that's a lot of fucking.
Well, that takes an extra twin. No, that's.
Okay. Nah.
Yes, that she catches you good. Like it's one of those knives, like the big like saw blade action on the back of the thing, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's bad.
It's not covered in blade, is it?
What was that?
It's not covered in blight, is it? No,
Oh,
it's
no,
just
it
a
is
normal
not.
knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll get to that in a minute, don't.
Goody.
D is for
Great.
Deacon.
Would we not? Yeah. Oh, Barbara. Oh, Barbara. So I'm gonna shoot her.
Thanks,
Okay.
Deacon.
Got 10/9 for shoot.
Okay.
I'm using my handgun. That is silenced now.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah. Let me roll.
hit me with a D10?
Which ones hit locations and which ones damage?
They don't have hit locations, so it's just roll a black die, and that's all the information we need right now.
Okay. 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara is in crappy shape,
Good
and
bitch.
backs away from where Mirtha is. Oh no, that was one too many. Okay.
Yeah,
Backs
it's
away
like
from
the
where
Bible
Mirtha's
just
like there on
flies
the
open
table,
and
yeah.
the pistols out. Just pop it real quick.
Yeah. I think the thing, she takes the shot. It hurts real bad. Like you get her in the gut and she screams in pain. And I think you hear Ma shout, "Dewey, get out here!"
Oh, fuck. Real quick to backtrack, I have carpet armor on my arms.
Okay. Do you want to spend charges to convert kill to stun?
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay. How many charges do you want to spend to convert kill to stun?
5? 5. I want to do 5.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Mike.
Thinking about. I'm trying to think about where that leaves it. You had 5 stun before, right?
Yeah.
And you're converting her 9 into 4 kill and 5 stun.
Yeah.
I think that ends up the same.
It ends up as 9 kill with like 1 box that has not filled at all, instead of being 9
Oh.
So
kill
instead of
and 1
having-
stun.
Yeah. So
Like, you're still
changing
allowed to-
1 stun.
But by
to-
having that 1 box unticked and by anything, like, you're not impeded in using your arm.
Mm.
Okay. If I use 9 off my carpet armor, keep 1 for luck. Because why the fuck not?
Right.
Sorry, y'all, to slow down combat.
Oh, hey, this is super important.
Yeah.
This right here is probably the
If-
most important part of this whole combat happening right now. Is
If-
can you
if you
use your arm
spend-
at the end of this, or can you not?
If you spend 9 charges to convert all 9 incoming kill to stun, you have 5 kill and 4 stun.
I will take that deal.
Okay.
Damn.
Fuck. I mean, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
Better than none.
wait, 5 kill, 4 stun, 1 good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Glad I bought that.
No joke.
Sorry.
Good. All right. No. Okay. What it's there for, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So Mirtha, you went. Deacon, you went. It is time for one of them to go.
Well, Barbara already went, so fuck her.
Well, Barbara goes. Yeah. It's everybody gets their place in the order, and then I slot places it in between everybody. for
Yeah.
where my stuff goes.
But
Yeah.
that guy's action was to yell for Dewey, so he's done.
Yeah.
What is this whole act? You can either do something twice or say one word.
That's right.
Oh my God.
When you're an NPC, you get to do one thing.
That's how we treat our NPCs around here.
That's right.
I think Ma. Does Ma even have? Yeah. Ma will grab that thing that Louis had. Because Louis and Dewey are here. It's reasons.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Sweet.
Yeah. So,
Sweet.
Barbara's here for a totally other bad joke reason. That's. She will grab that stick and she will like try to like bat Deacon with it towards the railing.
Fair. And try to make that not happen.
Yes.
So ration and athletics, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, 11 over 8.
Okay. Yeah.
That's close.
She is old. She is certainly not used to like pole arm fighting. That's just not her specialization. She's a rogue. So yeah, she swings and goes wide, and you probably like grab hold of it. Like you can probably like tussle with her for it if you wanted to, or just like let it go next round, whatever you feel like.
Probably, if anything, just take that momentum and just pull it out of her hand over the railing, just like a. Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's. But that would be next round's action if it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nah, just shoot her instead.
Okay, so Rigid. It is
Sorry,
your action.
Deacon, did you shoot Barbara?
I did shoot Barbara.
Yes, she did.
She's
Barbara is not
like
dead.
probably 2 hitboxes left if they all got
she
10.
is- Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot. Who was closer to me, the old man or the old lady?
I mean, if the old lady is close enough to like be swinging stuff at Deacon, like she's probably the closer of the two right now.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot
Or
the
that,
old
or
lady.
like she's the one who's like further towards the center of your field of vision anyway. Like so.
Yeah. Okay. You just see Deacon like, what is it with me shooting old ladies? I want to shoot the old lady.
Okay.
That's not good. Ooh, crid,
Yay!
crid pass. 2-2.
2-2.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled the 2. You're like, uh-oh.
was like,
Roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay, so we double the damage that you do for the critical hit, and Maw explodes.
All right,
Just
I'm
a
gonna use
second.
my torch to shoot. I'm gonna use my torch to shoot the old guy.
Okay.
I just want to point out real quick that Casey is 3 for
I don't
3
want
on
to-
shooting old
I
women
don't
that his
want to talk
character has
about
come into contact with.
Casey, so Casey, I have the death count on stream for HSG, and you have the old lady killer count on HSG stream.
Just saying. Just
Yeah.
saying.
That's
Maybe your character should not go into elder care because I don't think they would survive it.
Paladin care.
Mm. This is why I've been retired. This is why I'm fucking retired, man. I've killed too many people.
Jagos is back. I missed you, Jag.
Yeah, so good seeing you in chat again, man.
Yes. That is a 4 over 2.
Okay. So who were you firing at?
The old man next.
Okay. Roll a d10 for me.
Damn it! It bounced off my red die and rolled over to a 5.
Okay.
So you
Fine,
don't
wasn't
do
crit.
it? You miss?
Oh no,
So
I
he
hit him.
hits.
I already hit him.
Oh, okay.
I hit
Okay.
him. But it only
He-
does.
he- It only
Okay.
does 5 damage. Yeah.
Thank you. Got it.
I thought it doubled.
It doubled on a
Not for
crit.
the second shot.
Oh, okay.
What if
Okay.
every shot's damage doubled because you like us?
Just because we hate the meek that friggin' much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you came in through this office that's on the second floor. And it's like a third of the second floor. And then there's the railing that runs across the second floor through the middle of the factory kind of deal. And then there are other doors that were farther down. One of those doors kicks open and like falls onto the railing because it like comes off the hinges. As a guy in a tank top comes out with a double-barreled shotgun.
Oh,
Hey, Longbow,
long bow.
Yep.
found your
I see
friend.
it. I see it. He says quiet over the fucking see it. God damn it.
He screams, "Ma, no!" And he shoots at Rigid.
Fuck! Damn it! That's gonna hurt a lot.
Welcome to the club.
That's gonna hurt.
I'll have carpet armor. Just let me know.
He
And
does
yes, I
seven.
will.
He does 7 kill damage to your left arm.
Fucking hell. Yeah. How many charges of carpet do I need to use?
7.
7
Yeah,
to convert
se-
to
seven will
Seven
bring
would
seven
be
will bring
good.
it down to 7 stun. More than 7 will start to remove boxes entirely.
Well, I'll just use the 7 right now.
Okay.
You're gonna scavenge a bunch of carpet armor for us, David.
I think.
You
doesn't
know
it
what? There's a
automatic-
whole
just, like,
tent city out
automatically
there.
happen?
There's a whole tent city out there. I was thinking that Longbow was going to take some time to just purge the yard and take a bunch of tents worth of material.
Isn't that like part of our upkeep anyway? That we just like refresh our
Armor has to be scavenged.
Carpet armor has to be scavenged to repair it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Separate.
Before all this began, I was going to have Longbow stay in the window while they did talkie-talkie and adventure shit, and Longbow was just going to purge the yard with his rifle, but I didn't get to do that.
Well, now you get to purge the second floor.
I
of
get to purge
Yeah.
something. That's right.
Yes. Okay, so that was Rigid, and then me reacting after Rigid. So Longbow, it is you.
Has the old man gone yet?
Not yet.
He goes at the end.
Yeah.
And this guy's at the end with the double barrel shotgun. His name is Dewey.
Yep.
Well, Dewey's gonna take a bullet today.
We got. I'm just wondering where's Huey.
Maybe Huey's old man.
I gave up on Huey and I replaced him with Barbara because Barbara, they're coming for you because it's zombie. So Nobody else
You
see
should
Night of
be
the Living
ashamed.
Dead?
Go
was just,
home.
I was just wondering.
Go
if,
home.
Like,
Be ashamed. Be ashamed of what you've done.
I just wondered if Huey was like a vector they had in a closet somewhere that they were just going to open up on us.
Louis
Now I
went
spend-
over. We already
Now I
killed
spend this
Louis.
will. I will now spend a will because
Woo.
now it matters to make this shot
So
actually hit.
before you, did you already roll to make the shot?
I did roll to make the shot. It was a 2 under 7, and then I'd have
Okay,
3 on top of that.
Because
so
I
it'd
was
be a
gonna
5
have
under
you make an
7.
awareness check before you did it.
Oh shit. Okay, my apologies.
Let's just do the
If
whole
you
thing
want,
over.
I'm so sorry.
if you want to keep the results after you make the awareness check, you can. Right.
Okay, I'll make the awareness check.
So it was 2, 7. All right.
Oh,
If
don't
you want
let
to keep it.
And my awareness, I would have failed this awareness check. And
Okay.
I tend not to spend will on these kinds of things. I tend to do it for the other thing.
Right.
So I fail the awareness thing, which that sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
Whatever that was, it's okay. So my shooting of the guy ends up being a 10 over 2.
Okay.
I think is how the thing was.
Yeah. And then roll me a d10.
Okay. I'll roll you this d10. 10 damage.
Yes. Goodbye,
Okay,
sir.
cool.
Feel good about that one. Oh, let me track that I'm shooting people with my gun. I gotta spend the charges. Okay. Now, does Dewey die?
Dewey takes the shot and falls down at the back corner there. In the dim flickering light of the barrel fire that is lighting the interior here. Somebody else can make an awareness check later.
Okay. I'm gonna spend my twitch to shoot the old man.
Okay.
Because snitches get stitches. All right, here we go. Okay, that is a 9 over 4 to hit this guy.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
That's 9 damage.
Okay, yeah. Paw goes spiraling over the edge. Sort of slumps down and like falls down between the railing banisters.
Cool.
Lands
No
with a sickening
turn for
crunch
you,
noise down below.
Paul.
Yeah.
That's right. I will maintain my initiative order superiority.
Yes. Okay, we come around to round 2. We start with Deacon.
So do I get to make an awareness check now?
You can make an
Or,
awareness
like, what-
check. Yes.
I just like what
Please,
is
God.
what is the deal?
Because I'm very worried about what's about
I'm
to happen
so
over
worried.
there.
I'm so worried. Yes.
what is that? 11 over 7.
11 over 7. Yes.
Mhm.
So you notice Dewey with the big hole through his shoulder, like right through where, like, right above the heart, got shot popped. Lying on the ground over there between like some sort of scavenged crap, twitching violently. And you pick up at the flickering firelight on all the black veins that run over his skin.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
That's no good. Yeah.
Just
I know who I'm shooting now. Dewey. Just that is a 7 over 6 to hit with a shoot with the pistola.
Yes, he has not gotten back up yet, so
And what is the amount of damage I need to do to make sure he doesn't get up?
now he has.
Like,
hit
do I know that?
locations.
Now he has hit locations. Okay, well,
Yes.
I'm gonna spend a will to upgrade this to a crit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to roll a big old nasty amount of damage.
Okay.
We'll see.
Mhm.
It's more now rather than later. Hit location is a 9. Damage is 8.
Or so.
Yep.
16
Do you
kill.
want the double damage or do you want something else special? Assume the damage.
Yeah, because I can't think of another thing that would make sense that would actually be beneficial.
Yeah.
What were the things again? I don't,
Um,
because all I remember is the one is that you like change something narratively.
Can you
there's like
can
change
you
something narratively. There's like not have it like recover charges on your weapon kind of deal. There's
Can you shoot off his leg so it takes him a little bit longer to get to us? Could you target the area you're
double
hitting?
the damage or effectiveness. Choose a new hit location. Bypass the target's armor. Dictate a status or negative effect, narrative effect. Destroy a piece of the target's gear.
Can I choose the head for my hit
Yes, you
location?
can.
Do 8 damage to the head. I don't know if that's better or I don't know how many hitboxes are on the head.
I mean,
but
that's the only way to kill him.
Well,
is to do
it does
head
8 damage. So it was still a crit too.
I upgraded it to a crit with.
Oh, you
a will.
upgraded it to the crit. Well, right. So yeah, that would be 8 kill damage to the head, which is a location with 10 points. So
Sweet.
And we found out last time when we fought a Vector that the only thing that will finally kill them is if you do 10 points to the head, right?
10 points to the
or
head,
damage
or 20 kill
starts.
points to the body. Yeah,
So you can do 20 to the torso.
So, I mean, it's
I believe so.
601 half dozen.
Yeah, we can whatever.
Yeah. Then do you want to do 16 to the torso or 8 to the head? That's a tough.
Torso has a longer.
I'll do the 16 to the torso because there's a 7 like
7, 8,
you
9.
can roll 3 things and hit the
Mhm.
torso. You can only roll 1 thing to hit the head.
All
And we'd
right.
have to fill the torso up to get to
Yep.
the head kind of deal.
Look, folks, here at HSG, we're all about the narrative play and the story. But when it gets down to the brass tacks, we are fucking number wise crunchers, okay?
We gotta kill this thing and kill it now.
I'm just gonna make that hole in the shoulder a little bigger by just sitting like right next to it. We're gonna get into some vitals.
Cool. Yes. My turn.
I kind of want to use my Twitch to shoot again because it's close.
We still have Barbara.
Yeah,
and the
that's
Vector.
fine. Well,
He's
yeah,
gonna
if
shoot the Vector again.
if the Vector's dead though, then it's fine.
Yeah, that's you're gonna shoot the Vector.
I just
right?
I'm gonna have to do it because I just really don't want to deal with the Vector. Barbara
Who
can
does,
stab
though?
me Barbara can stab me with a kitchen knife all day long, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna spend them 2 charges off my handgun and roll the hit.
I think Barbara
this
probably
time.
cheers. She's like, "Blessings are upon brother Dewey." Like,
Someone gack that girl.
They're
please.
meek. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were just meek sympathizers, which I would have felt this bad about. But they're meek, so I feel like negative bad about it.
Yeah.
7 over 3.
Elation at killing
7
these
over 3 is a
people.
hit. Okay.
Come on.
While he's doing this, Mike, I have now killed 2 more people with my gun parts. Do I need to be taking stress rolls?
But they're also meek, and aren't you anti-meek?
I am very much so
everybody's
anti-meek.
anti-meek. Come on.
Yeah, but he is uber anti-meek.
I'm
Make us-
reminding you because we've run into this in the past where like I want to.
Yeah.
There's this whole economy in the game around like, do you stress
Yeah.
out?
Roll a self-control check.
Okay.
7 on hit location, 6 on damage.
Yes.
7 on hit location. Is that torso?
Yes.
Red is hit location, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
7
And
is
then,
torso.
Looks like
yeah.
torso.
All right, then yeah, as he gets up off the
Double
ground,
tap.
slathering like light goo just pouring out of his orifices. Deacon blows another bigger hole through his gut, and it falls down
Awesome.
with a wet gurgling noise.
Awesome.
Yeah, and because I'm a player character and I can also say some cool stuff, I'm gonna look over at Barbara and just be like, "Blessed are the meek." Just kind of really serious looking. But that's my turn. She can come stab me if she wants.
Okay.
I can't do nothing about it.
I'm also still in front of her. So
Yeah, the knife stuck between that
yeah, it's just there.
that
Yeah,
humerus
yeah,
and that
it's
bicep. So she's
just stuck
don't
in
got that anymore.
Yeah, I think she turns to run for like one of the boarded up windows that's like
Where are you going?
like if she can make it over to the edge, there's a catwalk that goes to where one of those fire escapes is. And she makes a break that way.
Sweet.
Great.
For her.
Reach it.
I'm shooting her.
Care to shoot a
like,
defenseless woman in the back?
absolutely.
Like,
Yes, she's meek, and I'm annoyed. Ridge is annoyed. He's like, we just could have got some rubber, but no, you had to show yourselves being meek, and now we're all opening fire.
See, but now next time we have to actually figure out how to get the rubber because there's a billion casualties down there.
There are.
and the people who lived here to point you out to a route aren't here anymore to help point you to a route.
That's okay.
Well, he mentioned some stuff
Now I got
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
next
But
time.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Can I roll either leadership or persuasion to get her to stop? And I can offer her. Now, this could be a multiple roll because I probably will be lying because I'm definitely going to tell when we get what we need. I'm going to tell fucking Lombow to ice this bitch. But I want to use either or deception to say, hey, we won't kill you if you show us how to get this rubber, and you can go on back to your people. With the full intention of having
back to her people who are all lying on the floor here. Yeah.
she can go back to her gang.
This was our game.
The meek, right?
Yeah. She's running to something, right?
True.
Yeah, it's like
She's running away from the people with the guns who killed her family.
Sure, but it's like wherever you think you're going, you're just gonna die tired unless you help us get this rubber. Because Longbow's not gonna let her leave.
Yeah, like either way, it's like this is her only shot of living. Because I was like, my buddy can shoot. He's got Chris Kyle. Like my thing is like my buddy over there's got Chris Kyle range. You're not gonna leave from here alive. So how about you help us out?
Isn't that the dude that shot like a mile away?
Yeah, a mile and a half away.
He's like a super sniper.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
Talk
that's
me
what
up.
they made the
Yeah,
movie
hell
about,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I think they made a movie
So-
about
they did.
That's
Chris
deception,
Pine- or no.
persuasion. Like that's kind of
I think it's deception.
deception. Okay.
Start throwing out faction figures that I have not yet confirmed in this game.
Doesn't matter because I got an 11. Of
Yes!
2.
Well,
Oh,
there's a
man.
10% chance. Well, I thought this was for damage, but it's not.
I think she stops like limping down that catwalk for a second. And she kind of like turns to pay attention to what you're saying. Because she doesn't want to die, but she just wants to kill like everybody she knows. So she's not super trusting on this, but she'll buy that you're trying to make some kind of a deal.
Look. You people kind of forced our hand here. All I want is some rubber. Remember, all I want is some rubber. That's all we want. All we want is some rubber. You help us get this rubber, and you have my word that I will get you, that you can leave. Okay? Simple as that. We all deal makers here. We all trying to survive. What do you say? Because if you don't, and I'll just move to the side, he will hit you.
Yeah, and Longbow's like all the way up, standing tall now.
He will not make it out of this building. So as I see it, it's going to help us both out because I don't want to deal with them casualties and you don't want to die.
She agrees with both parts of that. I think the thing that she doesn't completely agree with is you guys forced our hand.
Semantics.
Nah, I don't think that was semantics. I think that's somebody opened fire and it wasn't them.
Well, in fairness, he kind of points down there. Your brother did tell us to leave in a very threatening manner.
Hurt. That's out of character. That would not be the thing to say in this one. Just words hurt.
That is such a Sky thing to say that.
They definitely escalated though.
Who's next in the turn order?
Longbow.
Oh, legit. She's got like that's the thing. It's like she's got a choice here. Is there anything else I have to roll to convince her to help us? Like,
I don't think you're convincing her to actually help you.
okay,
Like I think too much has happened here for her to be like,
cool.
yeah, okay, cool,
Yeah.
let's work together.
And I've already written it on my character notes that Longbow kills Barbara, so I'd like to roll to kill Barbara.
Well, I was like,
Now that it's my turn.
can I just use my Twitch? If I realize that, can I just use my Twitch to shoot her?
Well, David already wrote it down though. That's
Yeah, David already wrote it in.
Just use your choice to say
I-
something like hesitated is just bullet point.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea,
Exactly.
like, no, I'm trying to cut this deal with you. Come on, you can listen to us. And like
That's
about
how-
the point she gets halfway through, no, I'm gonna go. It's like just,
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Mhm. Roll it, David.
Hit her.
Oh man. It's a tie. And I don't have the will left to make that count. So the first shot misses.
Twitch it.
I'm gonna have to twitch. Yeah.
You go full offense.
I'm gonna go full off.
Okay. The first shot goes wide. It blows a chunk of like the plaster off these like aging walls. You hear it like
Last
land on casualties below as she like starts to make her way down towards that fire escape, and like she's getting there.
There we go. All right, 8/4 plus the 3, so that's 11/4.
She gets
Well,
there.
I was
She
over
pops
here
the
just
door
like-
open. She gets like 1 foot out it and just like out and over the railing. Like daylight streams in as she like goes out
Longbow's just
over
here
the railing.
like a moving target.
Yeah.
Damn it.
For the moving target, you know.
Well,
Murph-
shit.
Prefers a moving target. When they're still, it's rough.
It's just, you know, I practiced with I practiced my leading. Thought she was gonna run. It's better if she's running.
So I will do like self-control checks all around.
I got a 7/2.
Do I get
So we'll
do I get that sweet
Yeah, I'm
plus
pretty
2
sure
to
you do
confirm
your
my
bonus
faith?
on it. Yeah. That's
I got a crit, double 2s, baby.
okay.
4 under 7.
Oh, shit.
You take 2 detachment.
Roll. 7 on black, 10 on red, but 2 for self-control and 2 to confirm my faith. So that's an 11/10.
Nice.
Martha is just gonna sit down, like very quickly, just sit.
Yeah.
And just look down because she doesn't want to look at that.
I think Longbow is like asking the group, "Are we clear?" Because I mean, Longbow has a specific view of everything that was going on. Probably not the best of views, right?
We'll clear Longbow. You got her.
Okay, I'm gonna run up
Fuck.
and I'm gonna bust out the med kit as fast as I can because I got some hurt people.
And Deacon's just gonna be like, well, Louis down there and Dewey tried to get back up, but he's down. I don't know where Huey is.
You would probably ran if
It
there's
might have been the old man. Sent him over the rail
Old man.
too, checking down there too. Do the casualties eat corpses or they leave corpses alone?
They will still be down there like chewing on it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But at least you don't
on
have to
a-
listen like, shouting or anything in the process.
On a crit, does for this, do I heal back any self-control stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
It's like with your dependence. I think is the only way to get rid of.
Yeah, dependence
stuff.
is like how you burn that one back down.
Cool, no worries.
So later,
Yeah,
when you get to like go hang out with Frigid more, like
yes. So yeah, I think whenever Longbow can, he's gonna start to medic all of you, right? Because I mean, all of you took a bunch of damage, I think, right? Yeah.
no,
I took none.
Mirtha's not in great shape.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we would
Mirtha
all
first.
push you towards Martha to go
Mirtha
help her.
first.
I'm
Also,
fine.
you're like sitting down, doing the thing, right? So yeah,
Well, I
Longbow's-
just like sat down and I'm just breathing very heavy
yeah,
and not looking at my arm.
yeah. He's gonna come over and sit down.
Look at that narrow strip of floor, and not through the banister and all the casualties downstairs,
Yeah.
and not at your arm.
Yeah, just
And not at the corpses on the floor over there.
Yeah, and you're gonna hear him opening the med kit and all that kind of stuff. And he goes, "You did real good today. Great instincts on that bag. I need to take a look at that arm. Is now an okay time, or do you need a minute?"
I think I'm gonna pass out either way.
Now it's good then. Got it.
Yeah.
And
she just like, I think she just looks up and her face is very pale and she's just looking at Longbow in so much pain.
yeah,
She's
and
just
there's this moment where he looks at you eye to eye, and you don't see much care. And then he gets to like working on the thing. If I could use my detachment here to make it like a thing, it's like, why doesn't he care that I'm like in the middle of shock and panic?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with you, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, weak spot, dismissive. Sorry, dismissive. So dismissive of your like emotional state. Concerned about your physical state, but yeah, emotional state is not my problem.
She'll
Is that-
clock that
is it-
later.
Is that a will? Is that a will back?
That's
for-
one will back
the
for
weak spot?
old LB here.
Let me just write a note.
Yep. In your time of need, Longbow did not connect with you at all. Just medicked you and moved on. Okay, so medic. We haven't actually messed with the med kit before, which was bad on us. Let's see here. First aid checks. Yeah, okay. So do I do awareness or just first aid? I guess
It's first aid.
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty aware of where the injury is. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna spend that will that I just earned.
Thank you.
Oh boy. So yeah, he saw that she was in distress. It's like, I can't focus on that right now. I got to focus on this. Otherwise, it could really mess this up. And my medic skill. Okay, so that would be a 6/1.
So then we have 6 profit to play with.
Okay.
That's either 6 that come from kill to stun, 6 that go from stun to 0, or 3 that go from kill to nothing. Right, so it's
kill.
1 point for every step that we move it.
Got
one
it.
of
And
them
you had
on the scale.
5 kill.
I have 4 stun and 5 kill.
Okay, so I think Longbow's gut instinct would be to remove all the kill plus 1 stun.
So you'd be able to take 3 kill.
That's fine.
Oh, really?
Three,
have
3 kill
6.
to healthy or all the kill to stun.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And then 1 stun to healthy.
Yeah, I was gonna make it so there was no more kill on the sheet. So those.
You don't have enough points off the roll to do it for all the kill.
Well, I
But
mean,
what if
to
he turns it
convert
to
those to
stun?
stun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to. I want to convert 5 kill to 5 stun, and then remove 1 stun.
Okay.
Does that?
That tracks.
Okay.
So it should be at 3 stun and 0 kill.
No.
Should be at.
No, 8 stun, 0 kill.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because at the end, when you heal back at home, it's easier to heal stun, right?
Yeah. One
Yeah, because
location
it's a
will,
step ladder. Yeah.
one location will go from stun to nothing automatically. And then
Okay.
any other location, it's one bounty for like left arm from kill to stun and left arm from stun to 0.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I think this is the mathematically better path, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
She just wouldn't say much. I think she's in shock. So
Yeah, I think if there's like a lollipop
is there
in
a moment?
he might,
Is there a
he might
moment
like,
where Longbao like gets the knife out? It's like, do you want to keep this?
what is it? What knife?
pulls the
Like,
knife out
oh,
of her
pulls the knife
arm.
out,
And
like,
it's like,
do you want this? Like,
Yeah, he probably just gives it to her. He probably doesn't even ask. He's like, once that's been extracted and the wound has been cleaned and everything like that, he like had it wrapped in this bloody cloth, right? Gets rid of the bloody cloth and just puts the knife next to her. And then gets up and walks away without saying anything to her.
so that's very confusing for Martha. So I think just in this like small, like just small voice, she's just like, Deacon? like just like this like little bit confused voice.
We're like, yeah. Arm's
Just
looking better.
Right.
the feedback
I
comes
love
after.
how clueless Deacon
I
is
mean,
in this
not,
moment.
and that's not because he just was elsewhere, you know. And it's just like, oh yeah, this, you know, the arm's looking kind of deal. Like, I'm not sure what she's asking for because he just heard his name kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's
Again,
like,
I think she just looks up at him in shock. just like
you need something.
just you just sit. You just sit with me for just a second.
He'll sit down. He's got like a look on his face, and he'll pull like out of his pack. He'll pull like a little notebook and like a pen, and like start writing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sitting.
I think she just leans against him. Doesn't disturb his writing, just leans against him though.
Yeah. And he'll just kind of like, probably a couple more times, you just hear him under his breath, just kind of like, blessed are the meek.
They could have done really bad things.
They could have.
You shot the hell out of that guy.
And he's trying to get back up, and that I will not abide. Once Longbow knocked him flat on his back, you don't get back up after that. That's just not
Uncouth,
it.
really. I mean,
and
yeah. She just, yeah. just rests
know,
against him.
yeah, and you know, it's one of them things that's just better off. I mean, it's better off the way it turned out, I think. It's doing the devil's work.
Do the people really believe that shit? That they're gonna be cured?
I think some folks do. I don't have too much experience with folks like the shepherds, but I mean, I've heard that they do. You know, they tend their flocks. A lot of them's preacher folk, because I mean, it's just like doing what we was doing before all this. Tending the flock. It's easier to think about it that way.
I think I like the way you do it better.
Yeah.
Hey
Bird
Deacon,
Road,
I'm gonna need to look at that arm real quick if you don't mind.
Which one? Done.
Whichever one you want me to work on.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Martha's gonna look over at him.
I didn't
You-
get hurt. Like I don't.
Oh, you didn't
no.
get hurt at all?
No, she swung a thing at me, but it didn't.
Oh,
I dodged it.
I thought Barbara did something to you, but I guess not. Awesome. Okay,
No, she got Mirtha, and then she tried to run on her second.
Got it.
Around.
Okay, my apologies. I thought all three of you took ones. Well then Deacon, sorry, then Longbow does not come over and interrupt you guys. I was gonna like have him interrupt you guys, but my apologies, he does not.
Okay.
Sorry. So sorry guys to muck up that role play.
Okay.
There is something to everything you teach.
Appreciate that.
I mean, these people are doing some bad shit. And what those people were, kind of looks down at the casualties. They don't deserve to just be harvested.
No, that needs to be with the Lord, but I'm afraid I don't think we're the ones to do it. That's too many. I ain't bringing enough bullets for that.
Says we need to use bullets.
You found a magic way to kill casualties by looking at them?
Rubber burns real good. We collect what we need. Hey, there's got to be some chemicals around here. We'll set a fire. You ever seen tire fires? When they go, they go. It takes chemicals to put tire fires out. I know that much. Just being my father was a truck driver, tire fires were the worst nightmares.
Yeah.
We get what we need, and yeah, it's gonna suck for the slingshot, man. But I don't see anybody coming back in here. Not with all those down there.
I guess we'll see how hard it is for us to get what we need.
There's always somebody that'll take the contract.
But I'm not against what you're saying. I just don't know how we're going to explain it to him.
I'll handle that.
Just kind of looks at him like, mm-hmm.
Don't you say it, Pastor.
If anybody can do it, you can, Mr. Rigid.
Well, about
Talk a squirrel out of his last acorn.
that I can.
What's up, boss?
Want to help me try to find how we can get this rubber? I know the home dude said somewhere over there we can get down there. There's like a grate where the machines are off. Maybe we could figure it out from there.
He's gonna look over at Mirtha. Is she still kind of in shock?
I think she's coming to with, Deacon sitting there with her. She's not so oblivious that she's not like, don't go. Wait, don't go without me.
Yeah. Let's.
We could take a moment. They're not going anywhere.
We'll do that, yeah. But I'd like to honestly take a quick break, maybe see what these guys had on them, and we have some time. We can find our way down without a big old rush.
Be careful with the ones that are still up here that they don't have the vials on them.
That's a good point.
Just be careful.
So I know we're like close on time. It's midnight my time. It's 11 y'all's. I think if we were to do anything, I would be doing the survey stuff of this room, scavenging of the bodies that are up here. We can do that next time, or I can roll that real quick here.
Can we do it now so we can? Is that okay, Mike?
Yeah.
And I will spend an Ubik charge to do well at this.
There's what,
Cause
like 3 of them that are still within reach?
and is it the area? So am
Yeah.
I looting not just them, but like kind of their shit up here?
Yeah, it's like scavenging the
Hmm.
zone.
An area. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the charge so I can get a +2 on this scavenge check. Sweet. That is as a 10/3. It was a 6 on the die, if that matters. Because I know sometimes it matters what's on the die, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. So it's a success. I know that we have Barbara's gun, or we have Barbara's knife, and we have the abandoned double-barrel shotgun that Dewey came out with. Guns blazing. And then I think there is 3 haul worth of stuff worth 6 bounty. What that ends up being, it's sketchy.
For that shotgun, can I just, like, instead of taking the shotgun, could I use that to refresh my shotgun without spinning a refresh? Like, put charges back in it, like there's ammo on it or something? Kind of deal. Like, less the shotgun, more the ammo, but like found an equivalent item sort of deal.
Shotgun is
I'm
worth a lot.
Not positive on that one, yeah.
Because we
I
can.
just didn't know
kind
if it
of
was-
don't think so. Like, I
Because
feel
we're-
like that starts to get into like scavenge territory, but it's also not.
What about the 3 haul worth of stuff? Could some of that have been ammo or something like that? We take less haul and he gets a free refresh. Is that a thing?
Or carpet armor. Carpet.
Oh yeah, the carpet armor.
Um,
I don't
probably
actually
need-
I probably
we
need to
need
read
haul
the
for
scavenge
rubbers.
rolls to figure out. Well, we're not getting the rubber up here, right? Oh,
No.
but
Yeah,
you're saying
but
we
I'm
need
just
the
saying,
haul
like,
for the
haul,
rubber, yeah.
like, so if we could, instead of haul, get like 3 haul of carpet armored refresh or whatever. And then,
yeah. Do you want to call it 3 refreshes on carpet armor? I don't know how much carpet armor.
Fuck yes.
Because
Yeah, because I'm out of carpet
everybody
armor.
I am
here got
out.
hit for. We found a bunch of carpet. I'll look up how scavenged carpet maps out to if it's like a
Okay.
full recharge or if it's individual boxes.
Okay. It makes sense that these guys would have carpet armor because even though they have some tools, they probably still want to be protected and that kind of thing. So
they
it
want to
makes
get
sense
infected, but probably like not immediately because that's not very profitable.
that-
Can't harvest much blight if you're a casualty.
Yeah.
I think before we close, Richard would be with you, and when we got to Homegirl, I'd be like, Richard, Longbow, I talked you up like Chris Kyle. Don't miss the first time. Made us look bad.
Well, won't happen again.
They can be like, hey man, look, you just prefer to move in target. It's just, just too good to hit somebody just sitting still like that. He's expected her to run.
That's it. I
Happens
was
all the time.
anticipating the rabbit. Yeah, that's what it is.
Happens when you hunt rabbits.
But
Whatever makes you feel better, boss. Buddy.
Look, no witnesses on this one, right? Me don't even know we were here until the shipment doesn't come their way.
He just kind of flips her over and just be like, why did you run? Like, he just verbally, because he passed his dissociation, but it's still kind of like, just like, could have worked the deal. It's one of those like, why did you run? Like, just should have listened.
Yep.
But yep. And you're just like, well, I hate this place, but I hate everywhere at this point. So
Yeah.
Welcome to the loss. Ta-da.
Oh man.
Brutal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, F the meek, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
really hate the meek.
Yeah.
That is 2 sessions now that they have caused a world of problems for us.
Oh, Mike, can I say that is it fair to say that dog catcher pole arm thing is still up here, or did that fall down?
I didn't use an action to throw it, so I think it's still up here.
Yeah, it's still up here.
Because that was like I was gonna just toss it over the edge, but that would be an action, and I just shot Dewey instead.
I'd prefer, because if we needed, like, depending on what the situation is, we might actually have to use it to move some casualties. Like to get them away from wherever this route down is or something like that. So I just want to note that we've got it in case we need to get creative in making our pathway.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yep.
Sweet.
Good game tonight, Mike.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
And when you said there was a fire, I was like, man, ain't nobody living in here with good intention. There's no way that someone's living in here with good intention. And then that conversation started to go, and I was like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I was just like, I'd creeped out. Mirtha's creeped out, but I can't.
It's like in the horror
Pinpoint what
movie
creeped
when
out
like
about.
the violins start to creep into the soundscape. You know, those really high pitched violins, like tension starts to mount. It's like, oh man, Longabout's gonna have to kill somebody.
I'm not gonna lie. I was so ready to shoot them. Like within 2 seconds, but I'm like, you know what? We're gonna let the pastor handle this one. I was like, no, I'm giving sketchy grandma vibes.
When Deacon started to get twitchy, it was downhill for me after that.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
This is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I
Deacon
mean,
got twitchy. I'm like,
shepherds are shepherds. You know, they're a little silly, but they're mostly not dangerous. You know, they keep their flocks fenced in. It's all nice, but meek, it's different. Yeah.
I will say, if Longbow hadn't shot or had missed both of his shots, Mirtha was going to try and throw her off the railing,
Yes.
regardless of how your conversation went.
Yes.
So it's
She's
good
like,
that he
sure,
shot her.
Sure, I'll help you, because then Mirtha would have been like, boom, body check over the railing for you.
Pretty much, I was just waiting for my turn and be like, cool, I charge her.
Yes. Oh man, that's
How does it feel to be on the other side, Casey?
I mean,
How does it feel?
I'm like, God damn it.
I really was thinking like, well, Longbow's gonna shoot the instant there's a pause. Like if she's not like, okay, it's like, well,
I was like,
those 3-dot ellipses, we don't wait for the 3rd dot.
no.
There's like 1 dot. On 2 dots we shoot, and then the 3rd dot.
She stabbed me. I don't trust her to do shit after that. And she shouldn't trust me to keep her safe.
We did shoot her friend.
The addition.
I mean, we did shoot first.
Shoot all her friends. Yes.
And then he starts to vector out. Okay, I got a question on the kill tracker here. I am writing all these things down. Does Longbow get credit for the first Dewey kill?
I mean, yeah.
Longbow killed
Yeah,
him.
you killed him.
Longbow killed a meek. The deacon killed a vector.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That counts as 2 kills.
2 kills.
I need to get a kill that isn't an old lady.
Nope, that's all you're allowed to have now.
I'm so mad that he didn't die.
Oh man. Oh,
Mr. Ridge's new nickname is Hospice.
See, now
Shit,
I'm just like, how do I get all the Brindlewood Bay characters into here?
No, you don't hurt our Brindlewood Gate back.
Wow, we can't. I can't do that.
Well,
They're
okay,
adorable.
Hold on. What about like we get back to elevation, we're all kind of sitting at the bar, and we're like, "What's up, lady killer?" And then like And all of us are like shit-eating grins, and Ridge is like just
And Ace
staring at
is
his
so
beer.
pissed on
Ace is like, "What's that
girlfriends.
mean?" Yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
know.
gonna be like, I'm gonna look at all y'all and be like, anything I sell y'all, I'm taking half.
That's right. I'm taking a cut. All you're
Take
saying.
a big ass cut out of it.
Call him Granny Bane.
Granny.
I'm sorry, I have to go forcefully change someone's nickname in Discord.
Yes.
No! Leave me alone! God,
Ah, Slayer of grandmas.
That's Granny Bane rigid right there. You don't mess with him. If you got an AARP card, you better watch out. You know that you can get that. You can get that at any age. It's just a membership fee.
we
shit.
got
They'll take your money.
awesome.
Doesn't matter how old you are.
Do it.
I did not know that. I thought you had
do
to
it.
be 55 for the ARP card.
Nope. You get some good discounts. Like I think me and the wife signed up for it already. It's
Oh,
awesome.
dang. Oh dang.
It's like, I think it was like $12 a year, and you can make more of that in discounts in like your first 2 weeks having it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, for real. It's
Well,
worth it.
Until one Mr. Rigid comes along and equalizes the equation.
I mean, that's unfortunate.
That's right.
Hey, that's bounty out here. I know people are sleeping up.
AARP card.
I love it. I love it. Like he just keeps picking up AARP cards. Like that's the bounty we get.
He's
Yep.
got the Arbiter. That's the Arbiter.
Um, just for funsies.
Oh my god.
Just for funsies, people should check out the High Shelf Gaming podcast and streaming channel.
Oh shit.
Yeah. In the
Oh,
Discord. That's a good one.
Granny Bane.
Is that just a whole new
A whole new role.
role?
Oh my god, Casey. What are you doing? Oh shit. It's going off cam. Gotta look it
Thanks
up.
for coming out, folks. Come back on.
It's been great.
Great
Find
times.
somebody to
Wednesday.
raid.
Oh my god. Hold up. Well, before you do that, Katrina, can you make that role show up as a separate item on the right hand side?
Oh, if Casey's online, it
He
will.
is online right now.
No,
Let
he's just in
No,
moderator.
he shows up as moderator.
Oh,
It might
gotta
be if you
place
change
Granny
the
Bane
sequence of them
above
in the-
moderator.
Yeah.
Do I? Okay.
folks,
Well, we'll figure that out on my side. And
we
then,
are going to raid. We're gonna raid good old Cave Geek Art.
Yay.
This guy is a champ. We love him. He's no Granny Slayer, but or what a Granny Bane.
Granny Bane.
Granny
Get it
Bane.
right.
He's no Granny Bane, but he's a chill dude.
There's a Bang quote in here that I can work, but I'm tired, so I can't think of it right now.
You gotta be careful with it because the darkness one. You gotta be careful because like I could see that going in a weird direction. You know. All right, folks. This has been a blast. This has been so much fun.
Oh,
Thank you all for tuning in and watching, hang out with us. We're gonna go raid Mr. Cave Geek Art. Give him some love in the chat, if you would please. And as always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
don't kill grandmas.
Please.